Hello, and welcome to our second and our last episode of our Kids on Bikes campaign, Autumn Rites. I am your host, R.I.P. Mika, and I am joined by my lovely spooky cast here. Spooky, not spooky, spooky. I'm sure most of you know them, but for those that are new to this chat today, let's go around the table and introduce ourselves and the characters that we'll be playing and continuing the story of tonight. Let's start with you, Marcy Lewis.
Hi there. I'm Marcy, and I am played by Melee Damage.
Let's go to Cricket. Cricket, introduce yourself.
Hey everyone, my name's Cricket. It's really nice to be back here again. I got some new accessories. I'm very excited to show you all my cool bracelet. And I'm played by Michelle and Bradley, and I am enjoying this character way too much. I'm very sad this is the last episode.
And next, our spooky person, Journey Gales.
Hello, everyone. I'm Journey Gales, played by Markia McCarty. So with what I'm planning tonight, I'm hoping to get the final inspiration that I need for my second book of morbid poetry. I have half of it written. I just need something very tragic and horrifying to happen to get the rest. We'll see.
Perfect. And last but not least, lovely little Tortilla.
Hey everybody, my name is Jaime. Well, I play Jaime. Sometimes people call me James. Sometimes people call me Tortilla because that's a nickname given to me when I was, little. Or T. And I'm Luis Carrazzo, and that's me playing him.
Perfect. And to remind everyone in chat before we begin, we are still in September. So if you want to resub or sub for the first time, now is the perfect chance to do it. You must be on the desktop browser to get the sweet deals of September. You can get 20% off 1 month, 25% off 3 months, and 30% off 6 months. It's an incredible deal, and you should definitely use it. And why don't we begin? Where we left off last week, the spooky little teens had just breached into the estate of Madame Puck, a rumored witch from olden times, and just came across some magical items within this first room, this decrepit room. I believe Tortilla got the elegant riding gloves, Marcy got a wide-brimmed hat, Cricket was forced upon a simple gold hoop bracelet, and Journey was given an elegant silver hand mirror. And as we left off last week, just as Marcy had telepathically put the bracelet on Cricket's wrist, some music started drifting from one of the rooms to the left, just as we faded to black. How is everyone feeling? How are all the characters feeling this after this moment?
I feel very fast. I felt like I didn't want to put the bracelet on earlier, but then now that it's fine, I'm feeling pretty good. Cricket's feeling pretty good about this adventure now.
Same here. Actually, it was everything, the whole time just trying to play it cool and being kind of cool about certain things, but then still trying to hide that kind of apprehension. But then there's just something about these gloves that feel like they were made for me. And there's a kind of ease and chill that I feel suddenly almost at home in a weird way.
This is a very strange turn of events. I'm not entirely certain what's going on, but I suppose one should never look a gift horse in the mouth. We're all in agreement, I feel like, on our new gifts. Yes, Journey, how you feel?
I feel absolutely elated. This is everything that I thought that Halloween should be. All these spirits, us vanishing spirits, us running into ghosts and into other kids that had died within a time paradox. And it's like now I have this mirror, and I'm not sure yet what it does, but it seems like I can see what's real and what isn't. Which I thought I could do that anyway because life, but I love this mirror.
Perfect. And how are you guys reacting to the music? It's pretty loud. It's coming from the left side of the room, the left door.
You guys hear that?
This house is full of magicians or musicians. I thought the magicians, but probably just magic also. But there's
Could be
musicians here.
I don't really like the song. I don't know. It's kind of like I'm into different kind of music, but
And I suppose if magicians and musicians are teaming up, we're all in trouble.
right.
As you say that, the door on the left creaks open, as if inviting you inside.
Oh,
The music gets louder.
should we go investigate the music, or do you think it's like a trap?
Mm,
I think it's both. So therefore we should do both and expect both.
yes.
Oh, wait a minute, guys. Maybe I just moved that bracelet with my mind and I put it on Cricket. So I think maybe if I stand back here and I think really hard, maybe I can get the door open and we don't have to like walk through it and like get in trouble or get seen. Maybe we can just kind of like peek in real quick if I try to like use my mind powers.
I could
That
look
sounds
in
good.
with my mirror after the door is open. We could see what is real and what is not.
Yeah, this is a good plan.
I'm gonna stand here and watch you guys do all that.
Me too.
All right, so first I'll have Marcy roll a brain roll to use her hat powers to open the door. And that's going to be a difficulty of 10.
Is there a modifier because of my hat?
Yes, you get a +2 to any brain roll with your hat.
Excellent. My technology's fighting me. I'm too
got
young
a
to use computers.
Natural 20 with that brain roll. So as you think really hard with your hat and look at that door, you don't realize the amount of power that you've been given by wearing this hat. And the door absolutely flies off of its hinges, swirling into the room that it's opening to and just disappearing in a loud bang. You can hear wood splintering inside.
That wasn't as graceful as I had hoped for that to be. But also bright side, I can move things with my mind, which means I never have to touch door handles again.
Or ever get out of the bed when you forgot to turn off the light.
Oh, that too. What do you see, Journey?
Okay, Journey holds up her silver handled mirror and like gazes into the room.
Differently from what you saw when you looked through the mirror and saw in this room, where this room is still old, looking into the other room, it's actually very elegant and clean. The carpet is a bright red. You can see hints of furniture just sitting in the room that look very expensive and very old. But through the mirror, you see what looks to be a very lived in and very elegant room.
This doesn't look as decayed as the rest of the house. It seems like care has been taken with the room that's past this threshold. So I don't know if it's a trick, but I do know that what's in there is actually real.
Well, we're here trying to get out, right? But we know that like something wants us here, and I know we're also looking, for Marcy's friend if we hopefully find her soon. But it seems like we kind of don't have a choice but to do what this whatever it is that has us here wants us to do, and it's clear that it wants us to go through that door. So I guess we should.
Let's just go. I mean, I can just go through real quick and poke my head in, maybe.
It's very brave of you, Cricket.
I don't know if my flight will help with this, but can I just kind of like go over to the door and just like stick my head in real quick and pull it back out?
Yes. Go ahead. How quick of a look are you trying to do?
I feel like Journey already got the gist of like what the room looks like. I think I'm looking for people or like, where the music's coming from, maybe.
Okay. Give me a flight roll of, and you'll get a +2 to your flight. Give me a flight roll of 6.
Okay. What can I see this thing? Okay, it was
The
a
7,
7.
so a 9. You're able to.
Oh, that was that included the modifier. So.
Oh, okay, got it. You're able to peek your head in very quickly and look around, and then pull your head out. And as you had looked in the room, you can see to the right there's a grand fireplace, and there's a fire crackling there. You also could see there's a piano in the corner, and it's playing by itself. Nobody is sitting at it. But the one thing that you do notice that you were looking for is there is a person sitting in front of the fireplace in one of the armchairs. You can tell that it's a woman. She's wearing a sleek silver ball gown and admiring the fire. She doesn't seem to take notice of you. She's just simply staring in the fire as you pull out and go back to your friends.
Okay, everybody, Mayday, Mayday, this is an emergency. There is a magic, you are right, there is a magic piano that is playing, but there's no musician, so there's only magic. And then there's a lady sitting facing the fire, which I feel like in movies is bad. That's bad. You can only see the back of them, and when they turn around, they're always dead. Well, I don't know what we should do with this information.
Well, I think I like, okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys a really hopefully quick story about my grandma. So like when I was playing the Ouija board, I wanted to, well, because so I have, you know, you have two grandmas. Everybody has two grandmas to start off with. You have the good grandma and the not good grandma. So like my not good grandma passed away, and I was trying to, talk to her when I was playing the Ouija board. Long story short, she lived with us for a little bit, and whenever I was in trouble, she would sit just like that, and I'd have to she would call my name, and I would have to walk to her, and then all the sad, bad, punishments would happen, which I don't want to get into. But anyways, we're in trouble right now, is what I'm trying to say. I feel like we just got to go in there and face the music, is what I'm saying, and so that's what it reminds me of. And with that, I'm just gonna walk in and just stand behind who I think is my grandma, probably, who's been hunting me, probably.
Well,
Okay.
T, I'm gonna follow him in, guys. I don't think you should go in alone.
Definitely following. That was heartbreaking, Tortilla.
Perfect. As you guys walk into the room, you get about halfway across the room to the armchair before this woman stirs and sits up and looks over at you. And as she does, she clasps her hands and gives you a really charming smile. Oh my, I was wondering when you would make it through the driveway. You see, the enchantments I put there many years ago, well, they do get people pretty lost. But look
Are
at
you
all
my grandma?
No,
Oh,
James, isn't it?
yeah. You can
No,
call me T.
I'm not your grandma. My name is Madam Puck. You've all been brought to my estate. Well, I assume we'll have to get into this, won't we?
If you're not T's grandma, and you're not any of my grandmas, are you somebody else's grandma?
Do I look like a grandmother?
I'm 12, so everybody looks like really old to me. I cannot tell how old you are.
Fair enough. Well, if you'd like to sit down, I'll give you the bad news.
It's
We should get this
always
over
best
with.
to get the bad news first.
Mm.
I've learned this in life.
I sit.
Yeah, she gestures to the couch. It's very plush, very comfortable. It's in front of the fireplace. There's also 2 armchairs and many other sitting options around, in case you guys don't want to sit in front of the fire.
I sit on the floor.
I
Okay.
kind of cringe at Cricket sitting on the floor because germs, and I look around for the thing that looks like the least dusty or dirty, and I take a seat there.
Journey sits next to Tortilla.
She waits for everyone to get settled, and then she goes and sits back in her armchair again and angles herself towards you guys. And then she begins her little explanation. Many moons ago, my family was cursed by dark magic. My children, of which there were 4, were all very powerful witches and wizards in their own right, though they were a bit naive in their understanding of the world and its deep-rooting magics. I was eager to have company with them, but they were eager to have company of children of their own age, and they asked me to create friends for them to play with. You see, I wouldn't allow them to interact with those outside of their bloodlines. History has proven that, well, I'm sorry to say this, but mortals such as yourselves only seek to destroy that which frightens or confuses them, of which our magic does both. I, in my frustration, forbade them from seeking out this friendship, and I regret it every day. And in return, they, in their frustration, sought out help beyond me, the help of dark magic, the help of a powerful spirit. They were unaware of the dark magic they had called upon and the sacrifices that such magic required, and they made a pact with this spirit on the very night that befalls us now. Hallows Eve. I can see you all in costume. Great costumes, by the way. I like it when they get modernized. I like that. And she points to you, Cricket. Even though you don't seem to be in costume right now, you're still in your scout outfit, or are you wearing? You're muted.
Yeah, I took off my night helmet during the kerfuffle with the hiking and the crying, and but I have it in my backpack.
Okay,
I do wear my scout uniform underneath all things, so I just like I said, like Superman.
She smiles and then continues. Not realizing that most mortals do not take this holiday to heart and instead treat it as a costume plaything. No offense again. The curse remains in place, unfulfilled, and my children remain taken hostage, prisoner of this curse until its needs are met. So that brings me to the very reason you're standing here, or sitting as you are. You're called forth by a beacon put in place every year on Hallows Eve, just as the many children before you. To please the spirit of this holiday as none before you have. In order to escape this night and in turn help free my children from their bounds put on them by the spirit, you must follow the rules of Hallows Eve and entertain the very spirit that brought forth this mischief, the spirit of Sam, as he resides here until the curse is broken.
Um, uh, uh, pretty lady, have you, perchance, seen a friend of mine? Her
Hmm.
name is Ruthie.
Unfortunately, not many people make it out of those woods, but though I don't know her name, I'm aware of a girl moving around the grounds. She never entered the house, and the curse did not call upon her, so thankfully she seems to be safe from the workings of Sam. But she may be trapped within my various enchantments I've placed on the grounds to keep people out.
I see, but uh, well, at least Sam doesn't have her. Um, whatever you need from me, I'll help you.
And what
I,
of the other 3?
well, I just got to say that you're definitely not my grandma because you're way too nice. So, yeah, I'm here. I like being helpful. You know, it's good to help people in need. I feel bad for you and your kids. I'm sorry all that happened.
That's very kind of you, considering you are now in the curse as well.
Oh, right.
Yes. um, and the other 2, I'm afraid it will have to be all 4 of you. You will have to take the place of my children in this curse as they've been bound by the spirit.
I've always wanted to be cursed. I'm
Um,
on board.
Wait, what do you mean? I don't know. I think I need more details. What does that mean? What does that mean?
When my children called upon this spirit, they were supposed to give as well as take, but they instead only took, so they had to give their freedom to this spirit until he was happy and entertained. He's quite mischievous, this spirit of Hallows Eve, and until he is entertained and has a full rule following Hallows Eve night, he will keep my children bound by his chains, and they are not free until that is complete. And that is why every year on Halloween, 4 children are called to this estate by means that I can't even explain myself, and they have to take the place of my children in order to give that thing to Sam.
How many children have come and failed?
Well, only one other group made it to the house. I'm afraid most of them might have gotten lost in the woods.
Okay, so we're doing, we're ahead of the curve so far.
Is there a way that when, and I say when, not if, we're able to banish Sam back to where he belongs and get your children back, that maybe those that are trapped on the grounds could also go back to the time that they belong to?
It's possible. That's very possible that we may be living in a loop here. And Sam, I'm not sure if it's... So to break the curse, you're not supposed to banish him. He just wants to be entertained.
You said something about having a Hallows Eve where I think you said something along the lines of like play by his rules kind of a thing.
Well, yes. Do you not know the rules of Hallows Eve? Of
You
Sam?
trick and treat. That's all I do.
Yeah,
You're
you
only
take
allowed to
candy.
take one candy from a bowl that's left on the porch.
Right. Okay. Right. You're mortals. Okay. So the rules of Halloween: never hurt an innocent. Always check your candy. Never blow out a jack-o'-lantern before midnight. Always leave up your decorations. Always be in costume. These are all rules that you must follow, and that is why I said what I said earlier about mortals. They treat this Halloween as a costume tradition, but really it's about respecting these rules of the holiday.
Okay, well, I feel like we can all do that, and I put my knight helmet back on, which is in my backpack for sure. And I mean, we can stay in costume, we can protect the candy, and then we can shave Ruthie, and then Sam can go bye, and we don't have to be cursed, right?
That sounds pretty easy, I guess. Yep. Sounds better than, yeah. School's harder than this.
But do we? You said that we have to entertain this ghost person, make him
Right, he's very mischievous. He's a bit of a tricker and a bit of a treater as well.
So we have to let him trick us, or we have to like put on a show? Because I don't want to brag, but I've put on quite a few good sing-alongs at my camp in the past. I'm quite good at it. I have a badge for it and everything.
Cricket, I think him tricking us might be the show.
Well, we're pretty good at getting tricked. I think we already fell for a lot of weird stuff that happened already.
I'm ready to do this.
Yeah.
Let's become cursed, break the cursed, and then live on the other side of our lives with the information we have gathered.
Oh, well, I like the sound of that, actually. That sounds like really just cool.
I'm afraid I can't help you more than this. I've given you the powers that my children had. You took the items they called to you, and I'm hoping that they will help you on your journey tonight.
It was not stealing. It was foretold or something. Excellent. Thought I was stealing for a little bit there.
Apart from that, you're going to have to find Sam yourself and go through his trials. You'll have until dawn. If you can make it until sunrise, I think you'll have a shot.
All right.
Yeah. So Sam's in the house somewhere? In the house or outside the house?
I sense him in the house, yes, but that's all I can say. That's all I can give you.
Okay, maybe it's the house. We just gotta cover all our bases and go into all the rooms and knock on all the doors.
And remember the rules, because I think I already forgot like at least one.
Candy, costumes, and
Jack-o'-lantern.
lanterns.
That's it, right? 3.
Always check your candy.
Check your candy. Stay in costume. Don't put out the candles and the jack-o'-lanterns till after midnight.
Okay, let's do this. Let's go find Ghost Sam.
Perfect. What do you guys do? Do you leave the room? Where are you heading?
How many
I
doors are around us?
There's just the door that you came in from that leads back out into the main room that you were in to get the items, and then the door across from that was glowing in the beginning as well.
Can I have intuitive as a perk? Is it possible for me to roll something to see if I can get a general vibe of something spooky going on?
Yeah, of course. Roll your brains for me.
Does my hat modifier apply to this?
Yes.
Excellent.
17 plus 2, so a 19. Did you already plus the 2 to it?
I did. Mhm.
Okay, so 17. Yeah, you can, as you walk into the main room again, you do get a sense, it's the same sense that you got from this door as you were in it. It feels as though the other room is also occupied, and you kind of feel a draw from it, the same that the items gave to you. It's not as strong, but it feels like there's a magical draw over on that side.
Hey guys, there's another room over there. I'm getting like a little bit of a feeling. It's kind of like a pull when we found our stuff, but like also kind of like maybe like like a feeling of being watched. I'm getting like a vibe, like someone's in there, like I can feel someone or something. It's just I don't know. It's in my gut.
Okay, well, I guess we should go there, huh? But do we need to like come up with a plan of some sorts, or just walk in there and see what he wants? Because
What kind of plan would we want to have?
I mean, what if I don't know? Like, how do we entertain him? I guess we got to wait for him to tell us. So I guess there really is no plan until we meet him. That's a plan.
And
Kinda.
we stick together. I think is maybe one part of our strategy.
Yeah,
Let's
that's good.
together. Normally I go it alone, but in this case, I think there's safety in numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to the glowy door then.
Yep.
All right.
I'll-
Who's going to open the door?
I will. I'm feeling kind of confident and cool, so I'm gonna try. Just gonna knock on the door first. Actually, Sam, are you here, Sam? Are you?
You hear a
Knock,
knock
knock.
back.
How many knocks?
It's just the same as you had knocked for it.
I'm
Is
gonna.
this puzzle?
I knocked 3 times.
It knocks 3 times back.
Now try 4.
New shave and a haircut.
Shave and haircut. Is that like?
It's like the cartoons.
Da 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 da.
And then
Oh,
you
that.
wait.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'll do that.
That has a name. Okay.
You hear 2 knocks in return.
There's someone there.
What else? This is already fun.
Do we know any more knocking patterns? Can I do Morse code? I want to do Morse code for hello, whatever that is. I
Can
would
you
know
roll
it.
your
I
brains
think.
for
Okay,
me?
all right. I'll roll. I don't just know it.
It'll be a difficulty of 16 for a 12-year-old to know Morse code
Okay.
and recall it correctly.
Oops. Hold on a sec. Oh, there it goes. I got a 4.
A 4.
Oh geez.
I'm just
You
going like this.
begin knocking wildly. Like you're spelling it out loud, but it doesn't seem to have any kind of rhyme or reason.
I get it, everyone, for sure. I said hello in Morse code, and if the ghost knows Morse code, then we're good. We're all good.
The light underneath the door goes out. as if someone had turned off the light.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign, guys, but that's I'm a little spooked by that, and you see Marcy trips backwards over on her cape and kind of falls to her butt and kind of goes up. I got it. I'm brave. And she stands behind Journey
with her fist raised.
And Journey is not the most considerate of people, so it's like she opens the door.
Okay. Inside is just a pitch black room, but you can see some light filtering through the boarded up windows on the side directly opposite of you and then the side facing the front of the house. It's not enough to really tell what's in the room, but it's completely dark.
Holding up the mirror, does Journey see anything, or is it too dark to see without light?
You're able to get like almost a night vision-y look around the room with the mirror. Could you roll your brains for me? You'll get a +2 on that with your mirror. And let's call it... Yeah, 16. 16 hits. You're able to look around and all you see in this room is a bunch of furniture covered in white sheets. It's typical of old houses. They cover the furniture when no one lives there, but it does look very spooky. And some of these forms, you have to take a second look because it does look like a stereotypical ghost. But after a couple of looks, you think that most of it's furniture.
Yeah. Semi looking behind her at the rest of the crew, Journey goes, I think that it might be shroud wrapped furniture inside, or perhaps shroud wrapped figures. In either case, this is the room that we're drawn to, yes.
What's a shroud?
It's something that they wrap you in right after you die.
Ooh.
So
Do you think they've been used?
I'm sorry?
I mean, like, have these touched dead bodies? That's icky. Oh.
I don't know. I'd have to take a closer look. I have no problem with this.
Oh, I'll go in and help. I walk in too.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess we're going to try to do that hand search for the light switch.
Yep.
You know?
Okay. There is no light switch on that wall.
Does
I guess.
Marcy see a light hanging from the ceiling or anything?
Yeah. I guess as you move into the room, your sight starts to adjust to how dark it is. And you can see the dim figure of a chandelier hanging from the ceiling. And you can also see smoke wafting from the candles on top of it, as if they were just blown out.
You guys, I don't know if you smells like a candle just got put out, but I was hoping it'd be a light bulb that maybe I could like twist back and forth with my new mind powers, maybe fix it. But does anybody have a lighter?
Oh, a
I
lighter.
always have a lighter with me.
I have a flint. I can start a fire anywhere, but I don't think I should start it inside the house.
I just got candy bars.
Marcy, didn't you have a flashlight?
Marcy did have a flashlight in the driveway maze.
I forgot about that. And also, I didn't realize that I was muted. I do apologize.
Marcy, if you want to do a brains roll, you can remember where you put the flashlight.
Yes, I will do that.
Let's call it a 15.
All right. Ooh, right on the nose.
It takes you a few seconds as Cricket asks if you had a flashlight, and you remember that you'd stuffed it in your backpack before going into the other room.
Well, yeah, it's right here. Sorry, I forgot. I was in a rush. I forgot that I even had it. Here you go.
Okay, Cricket takes the flashlight. All right, let's forge forward, because if the lights were just blown out in here, then it means that the ghost should not be far ahead of us. So I want to look for this ghost, but I think a ghost looks like a sheep. Probably, I probably don't know what a ghost looks like.
Yeah. You're just swinging the flashlight around in front of you. Are you moving forward through the room?
Yes.
Okay. The furniture's laid out like a typical furniture layout. Like if you took all the sheets off, you could see it would be very nicely interior designed. But as you're moving about the room, you see some of the sheets when your flashlight hits them. They act as though wind had just moved them or something had just passed by them. But there's no draft in this room.
Hey, everybody. I think there is a ghostly wind in this room. Hey! And I'm just going to start yelling in the room. Hello, my name is Cricket, and I am. Hello, ghost, or whoever's in here. You can't scare us. We're all best friends now, and we can't be scared of nothing. Hello?
Nothing answers you.
Well, that's not very nice. I think if you say hello, they have to say hello back.
It's actually eerily quiet. If someone wants to roll brains for me really quick.
I'll do it.
Not me.
And for Journey,
That's with my 2 added. I could toss in some adversity points.
I could also try if you'd like.
so that's with your 2
Yeah.
for Journey. I think that's fine. Yeah, it would have been a 10. As you're looking around with your mirror, you turn around to get the rest of the room that you just walked through. And though the door appears open for you guys, you see in the mirror that there is actually no door there.
Oh, wow.
There's no door at all. Is it a wall? Or I mean, I didn't see that, so I gotta wait too.
No, Journey like relays this information. The entrance that we came in, we cannot go back through again, for it has disappeared. The door is no longer there. The door was a lie.
But we walked through it, so there was a door at some point or something. But hey, that's a haunted house for you. So how? Wait. So Sam, are you here?
There is
You want
no
to play a
answer.
game? I mean, or are you already playing a game? Because I'll tell you what. Okay, so look, there's kids in my family, and one of the games, obviously they like to play a lot of games, and I take care of them sometimes, and this seems like hide and seek to me. I don't know. Like, I'm coming. I'm gonna get you, Sam. I'm gonna get you. I just start walking around.
Can you roll your grit for me?
Yeah.
Actually, everyone roll your grit, and it'll be a DC of, let's say, 12. So sorry, Marcy, your grit's so low.
Oh, wait. I don't have a modifier. I don't. Do I have a grit modifier? I don't think so.
No.
Oh well, there's that. I got
How
a
can I
19.
have such a high grit and roll so low?
So for everyone at home, Marcy rolled a 2, Cricket rolled a 9, Tortilla rolled a 19, and Journey rolled a 4 on a DC of 12.
20. Oh, I'm sorry for mine. That was like me rolling a d20 and I got a 4.
So T, as you hear this, it does not really send shockwaves through you, but Marcy and Journey, you're both going to get very, very frightened. I would even say Marcy's probably going to faint with a roll of a 2 on a DC 12. But as you're calling out to Sam, asking if he wants you to find him, you hear a little laughter as a little child laughs from the corner of the room
It
where there's
always
a
works.
pile of furniture.
I'm gonna head right towards that because I hear you. I'm coming to get you. Assuming he's my might be a little kid. Oh, actually, yeah, the laughter. What did it sound like a 4-year-old?
It was like an 6 to 8 year old, like
Oh yeah, that's okay. I proceed as I was describing.
okay. As you proceed forward, Marcy is going to faint and fall to the ground
Uh-oh.
next to Cricket and Journey. Cricket, you are probably pretty scared by this, but still holding on. You only failed by like 3, I think. And Journey, you failed by 8.
One of her fears is being claustrophobic. So maybe entering this room and then having the exit disappear,
Mhm.
basically where she cannot get out. I think that would affect her a lot. Like the
Perfect.
walls are closing in type of a deal.
Okay.
And Marcy's just terrified of everything, so this is a bit much for her right now.
And
Yeah.
Cricket is starting to worry that there are spiders here, which are the enemy of all the insects that I love. I'm scared of them.
Somebody passed out, right? Do I hear a thud?
Marcy passed out
Oh,
and fell to
crap.
the ground. Yes.
Okay.
You hear a thud behind you.
I look behind me. Is it too dark where I can't see,
You're
or
able
do
to.
I see?
Your eyes are like slowly adjusting.
Okay. Are you okay, Marcy?
She's passed out.
All right. So, Sam, time out. Time out. I'm gonna go to Marcy and see if she's okay.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
Kind
Go
of
over there.
like, Marcy, are you all right, Marcy?
Do I wake up?
After a couple of like shakes and light taps to the cheek, you do wake up.
Oh, yeah. T, did you see him? I said that guy running. I should have been there. I fought him off. It was, yeah, I got him, right?
You did. You did. You got him. Now we're all safe. So you did good. You did so good that like now we can go back to playing with Sam. Remember, Sam wants to play hide and seek with us. So I want you to help me find him. And I kind of offer my arm. So she's been like kind of grabbing onto me a couple times, and I just want to like let her do that. Let's go meet
Okay.
him. He's okay. He's safe. He just wants to play some games.
I'll keep my eyes peeled for you if we're looking for him.
Cricket is inspired by seeing T be so smooth with ladies that I walk over to Journey. hey, Journey! I too have fear in my heart, but that is just a human reaction to spooky stuff. I can hold your hand too if you want.
I I would really appreciate that, Cricket.
Okay, and I grab like her hand with 2 of my hands like this. Let's hold hands then.
Okay, perfect. Are you all standing now, or are we still kind of huddled in the middle of the room?
We're standing.
I'm up.
Okay. And Tortilla, you're still the bravest one of the group. So I assume you'll probably be leading them.
I'm still going. I'm trying to find Sam. I think he's in that corner, so I'm gonna kind of slowly. You know how like little kids they freak out when you kind of creep slow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just kind of keep doing that because this is kind of fun. It's all right. It's just hide and seek.
Right. Okay. You start to do that. Can everyone roll brains for me, please?
Oh, damn! I shouldn't even roll.
It's gonna be DC of 10.
Yeah. See.
So everyone but Tortilla got that. So Tortilla, you feel so Marcy's on one of your arms, but on your other arm, it feels as though someone else had taken your hand. And it's a small little hand that's held in yours. But you are in full belief that either Cricket or Journey had taken your other hand to be as a group as you go towards this corner. But the other 3, you're able to hear a new set of footsteps in your group. And Cricket and Journey, especially you guys, can look down and see that there's a small figure holding on to Tortilla's hand now, walking forward with him.
Oh my Hera.
Uh,
Oh.
I'm gonna
Okay.
get you. Still going. Because I don't know.
Uh, should
There's
who's
some-
gonna tell him? Who's gonna tell him?
T
there's some,
T
Tortilla, don't freak out. Cricket, go ahead.
T somebody already got you, and I think it's Sam.
What? Where? He's Sam. Come. I'm still creeping forward. We're all coming to get you.
I think
Sam's
he already
walking
got
forward at your
you.
face.
He's holding onto your hand. He's holding onto your hand.
I look
That's
down.
not us.
Uh-oh. I'll look
Uh,
at my hand, and what do I see?
You see a little figure about 3 feet high. It's the size of a child. It's dressed in an orange, like hand sewn onesie. On its head, it has basically what looks like a brown sack. And you can tell with like the dimness of the room, you can see like buttons make up the eyes of the sack, and there's a seam that looks like a little smile. And in one hand that's not holding yours is carrying a little sack that is weighed down with candy. And as you look down at him, he looks up at you with this mask. How do you react to that?
Can I roll something? Because
You can
I
roll
know
your
how.
grit.
Okay, good. Because this will determine how. I feel like I have to leave it to the fates to see what the
And
impulse is.
it's gonna be a really high grit roll.
I
You rolled
Oh.
a 9.
I rolled a 9. All right, so I turn, I look down, and I've been like confident, and then I see, I'm had in my mind was soon when we see Sam, he's gonna be a little kid, but then I see this like sack that looks like terrifying, like a pumpkin head, like not pumpkin head, but like a scarecrow almost or something, right? Like a
Yeah.
with the button eyes and nah. So I look down, I see him look up at me, and I immediately just gotta go because oh my god, what? Oh god, whoa.
The moment you do that, he drops your hand and kind of startles away from you. And then everything goes black for everyone. And you feel this intense force push against all of you. The ones that were holding onto each other, you're ripped apart from your partner. And you are now pushed towards what you think would be walls, but instead you're pushed through them, and then you hear doors shut. And you are all alone, everyone, in separate rooms now. And we will start with Cricket.
Okay.
So Cricket, as you come to and gather your surroundings, you're in a long hallway that has no windows or doors. And as you peer down this hallway, you have a really hard time seeing more than a few feet in front of you, even though there are lights in this hallway. And that's because the entire hallway in front of you is covered with tiny, intricate webbings of spiders, with spiders hanging in them. You can see at the end of the hall just barely, if you squint hard enough, that there is a small alcove, much like the one you're standing in, that is clear of webbing and spiders next to the door there. What would you like to do?
Oh, this is not good for Cricket. This is very bad news for Cricket. Oh, goodness gracious. What do they say when you're doing you're scared? Yeah, don't think about the scary thing. Just think about how to get by the scary thing. I want to let's see. I would like to look for something long with which to kind of put in front of me as I walk forward to sort of like take down the spider webs as I run really fast through, double dash through.
There isn't anything in this hallway that you can see that you could tangibly grab onto.
I
Seems
take
as though you might have to embrace your fear here.
Okay. All right. Well, so since I have my knight helmet on, I'm gonna put the visor down on like the little great visor thing down on it.
Okay. You could also do a brains roll.
Ooh. Okay, I'll do that too. Let me do a brains roll then.
And it'll be a DC of, say, 14.
Okay. Brain. Oh, did I do it? Oop. Sorry, my roll 20 is being real weird. Okay. Go.
Right on the nose.
Yes.
As you're getting ready to charge through with your knight helmet, you pull down the visor, and then the gold of your bracelet catches your eye. And you realize that maybe this is what Madam Puck had given it to you for, in case you could use it.
Okay, let's use this shiny thing and run down this spider-filled hallway because it's my destiny, even though I don't like it.
Okay, roll your flight for me.
Okay.
You have a +2 to this.
Okay, I'll add it now.
And it'll be a DC of 8.
Oh, that was the wrong one. That was fight, not flight. Sorry.
Good fight roll though.
Yeah. That's a 7. I have like so many adversity tokens, so I'll make that an 8.
All right. As you focus on the other side of the hallway and you get ready to run, as you take your first step, you feel something happen within your body and the bracelet grows warm on your wrist. And suddenly the door is right in front of you and you look behind you. It's almost as if you had teleported from where you were to where you wanted to be in line of sight.
Now I'm the magician. Excellent. I just try to open the door and get out.
The door is unfortunately locked. You can see a keyhole right underneath the door handle.
What did my scouts say about how to get the easiest way to get through a door without the key? Do I have to roll? Because I have a backpack of like stuff. Can I see if I have my handy Leatherman that has like a screwdriver on it?
Let's see. You can spend 2 adversity tokens because you have the prepared.
Oh, that's right.
Trait
Yeah.
to have one item with you.
I do that thing. So I have 1 adversity token left. I would like to have a Leatherman with a drill bit on it, and so that I can work at the hinges of the door to unscrew the hinges to open the door that way instead of using.
Yeah, I'll allow that happen. Can you do a, let's say, brawn roll for me? It won't be super DC'd. You'll just have to take some time doing this. So give it a 4 for brawn.
Then I get
and while we're doing this, we're gonna jump over to Tortilla. As all this is happening with Cricket, and he is trying his hardest to get these hinges off of this door, we jump over to see Tortilla in the same amount of time. You stand up in this new room, the lights come up, and you look around you to gather your bearings. But before you see a sight that makes your blood run cold. For a moment, you wonder how this is even possible, but the water in front of you laps at your feet. Its freezing temperature sending a shock through your body. Before you is a vast expanse of water. It's existing impossibly in this antique room in this house. And you can see across the 30 feet of rough water and waves rushing about in the room, there's a singular door across the way. Doesn't seem to have a lock on it or any keyhole.
Okay. Am I touching the ground in where I am?
Yes. The water is like lapping at your feet and the floor kind of goes downward. It's kind of like a pool going into the deep end. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I am gonna look around. I'm gonna look behind me. I just, for some reason, am curious to see what's behind me.
Behind you is a door that's shut, but there's no doorknob on your side.
There's no doorknob on my side.
And there's no like purchase to get your fingertips in.
Okay. And then on the other side, where the water gets deeper, there's another door.
Yeah, it's almost as if the floor gets deep really fast and then comes back up on the other side. It's like a mirrored kind of situation.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna carefully start to walk down the ramp.
Okay.
I do not like water.
Tell me this. Can Tortilla swim?
Tortilla can. So here's the story. There's one time a long time ago when like my old brothers, they like decided they were going to teach me how to swim, and then they did that thing where like they throw you inside, they throw you on the deep end of the pool, and then you never actually learn how to swim, but you come really close to drowning. But then before you drown, you find your way to the side of the pool, and then you just kind of cling on the edge of the pool, and spend the rest of the time swimming, like there, just kind of moving. So that's all the swimming I can do.
Okay,
So, no, I cannot. Cannot
perfect.
swim.
You begin to walk down this ramp, and it is descending really fast.
Mhm.
It only takes you like 2 steps for the water to be up to your thighs. 2 more steps, and it's like approaching your chest and midsection.
Okay, so Sam, I know you're. This is a great. I like this game, Sam. I think maybe this is a perfect place for us to play another game. Why don't we, since we're here and there's water, why don't we race from one side to the other with a boogie board, and we can only kick. I challenge you, Sam. Right now, right here, right now, I'm going to challenge you to a race with a floaty in this pool. I would like for us to have a race from one end to the other because that's a fun game, and we get floaties.
As you say this, the door on the other side of the room opens, and Sam walks out. And he just waves a little gloved hand at you and beckons you forward.
I'm gonna move forward towards him.
Okay, the water is now at your shoulders. Can I get you to roll a grit roll for me to overcome your fear of water? It'll be a 17 DC on a 20 dice.
Okay. Oof.
You rolled a 12. You have 3 adversity tokens.
I would absolutely burn through as many of them as I can to get as close to succeeding.
Okay. So you've burned through 3 of them to get to a 15. You're not quite there. You are trying your hardest to overcome your fear of the water, but it's kind of taking hold of you.
Okay.
And as you let it take hold of you, the water in the room gets deeper, and it you don't see any water pouring in, but the water level rises, and now it's up to your chin. And as you're dealing with that, we jump over to Journey. Journey, when all this happened, you were pushed into a dark room just like everyone else. But as the door shuts behind you, you are still in complete darkness. There's not a single light around you, but after a few moments, you feel a cold metal chain brush against your cheek.
Journey would, since the whole night visiony type of thing worked before with the mirror, she would hold the mirror up again to be able to see if she can see the dimensions of this room.
You're not able to gaze through the mirror at this moment. It's almost as if the lights aren't even enough for the mirror.
Then she would grab for one of the chain that she just felt brush against her.
Okay. As you grab onto it, you notice it's like a little light pulley. If you so choose to pull it, a light will come on.
Oh, she pulls it.
Great. And as that light comes on, you blink to adjust yourself, and you find yourself in a room where the walls are not even enough for you to outstretch your arms. And on 3 of them, there are no doors, but there are vents at the very bottom of these doors, or at the very bottom of these walls. And they're very small vents, ones that you would have to crawl through. There are 3 vents on either side of you, so right in front and then on either side, and they look just alike, leading in different directions. One goes straight ahead, one to the left, and the last to the right. Peering into the vents, you can see that they lead into total darkness and seem to shrink as they go further.
All of this is a no for me. All of it. She starts rapping on the walls around her to try to hear like a hollow spot.
It all sounds the same, as if it was made of the same material. There's not even like a hollow for a stud not being there.
as she's trying to keep it together and trying to, in her mind, project that there is no ceiling. So she's not actually trapped inside of this smaller space, because if there's no ceiling, then there's the rest of the world that can pour in, type of a deal.
Right. Roll your grit to overcome your fear in this moment. It'll be a DC of 17.
I don't have any modifier with grit. Okay. Wow. All right.
And that
No,
was an
I got an
8.
8. Yeah, that's
Um,
I don't, there aren't enough adversity tokens in the world to make that up.
Not at all. And you're going to fall to your knees almost in hyperventilation as you let your fear take over you for a second. And as you do, you hear a little bit of a scraping, almost as if the walls are closing in on you
Oh.
another half foot. And as you look around, you see that they are. And while you're having a mild panic attack from your fear,
Big
we
time.
last go over to Marcy. And Marcy, the smell is what affects you first in this room. And then you see it. The room you've been pushed into unwillingly is piled high with trash, and even in just the few seconds you've had to gather your bearings, you see dust is hanging thick in the air and swirling around with every movement you make. It's settling on your skin. The only exit you can see in this room is actually in an alcove above you, because the trash is piled so high that you aren't even able to see if there's doors. To get to it, you realize you're going to have to move through the trash and climb upon it.
Oh, this is terrible. Oh, okay, I don't like this at all anymore. I don't like this at all. Oh, Ruthie, you better be okay when I find you, because I got a story to tell you about all kinds of terrible things we've gone through to get you back. Oh, God. Oh, this is terrible. Wait, I can move things with my mind. I wonder if I can move me with my mind. Floor, move away from me.
Give me a brain roll of, let's see. You have pretty good brains. So we're going to do a brain roll difficulty 18. It's going to take a lot of control to not shoot yourself through the ceiling the way you did the door earlier.
Rolled a 3.
Ooh, that is a 3. You have 1 adversity token.
Would it even make it?
No, it would not, because that would be a fail of 14.
Poor Marcy.
Poor Marcy.
Rip Marcy.
So as Marcy puts her hands out to push herself off the ground, the force that comes out of your hands doesn't actually push you up. It pushes all of the trash in the room with such force that it just goes everywhere. I mean, all of the pounds of this trash just rise up to the ceiling, swirling, and then falls down on top of Marcy as well. Marcy, you are now under about, I would say, 5 feet of trash as all of it settles. And I'm going to need you to do a grit roll of 8 to both overcome your fear and also see what injuries you took.
It's another 3. It's not Marcy's day today.
Ooh. So Marcy, as this trash comes down on you, it's going to come down hard on your shoulder. And because of this, you're going to lose use of your arm completely. Almost as if it's popped out of socket or broken in some way. You're not entirely sure, but the pain from it and the fear from all the germs around you does make you pass out for a few minutes. So we go back to Cricket. Cricket, what plan have you come up with in this spider-infested room?
Yes. I was rolling to see if I could unscrew the hinges of the door if in lieu of finding the key. And I did roll kind of a while ago. I was gonna find that. I rolled for brawn. I rolled a 6. I believe.
Okay.
It was a contest of 4. I want to say.
Yes. Yes. So you rolled a 6 to take the hinges off of the door?
Yes.
All right. You're able to get the hinges off of the door, and Do you open it at this point? Do you swing it open the other way? Because it's
Yes.
still locked on one side, but
Yeah, I just kind of, pull it open from the opposite end.
perfect. So you open the door, and standing in front of the door, a few feet away from it, is Sam, and he just gives you a thumbs up, and then walks off down the hallway that has now been revealed to you.
Hey, Sam, hold up, buddy. I want to try to catch up with Sam.
Perfect. You catch up to him. He doesn't say anything in return, but he does stop in the middle of the hallway, and you can see that there's 3 other doors on this hallway. They all appear to be locked.
Does Sam still look spooky in like a weird burlap sack and a mask, or is
Mhm.
he okay? Cool.
Yeah.
I think this is my first time seeing that.
He's carrying a little lollipop as well.
Got it. Oh, hey, Sam! It's like a real original costume. It's very spooky. I think you scared T earlier, and he's like basically an adult, so I think you did a really good job with the costume.
He reaches into his little dirty pillow sack of candy and pulls out a candy bar and hands it to you.
Oh wow, thanks so much. Cool. I mean, I save this for later. I gotta save my rations. I just had a bunch of stickers earlier. It was like a whole thing. So I gotta pick a door. Is this part of the game?
So you put the candy bar away?
Yeah. Was it a mistake?
He's gonna drop his hands and look up at you expectantly, and just wait. And we'll cut to Tortilla. Tortilla, what is happening in this wave room?
Okay, I decided to go back up the ramp
Okay.
as it started to get deeper, and I look at the door on my side that has no there's no knobs or anything, right?
Right.
I'm gonna try to channel my panic and fear into my fist, and I'm gonna try to
Okay.
punch a hole right through that door.
All right. Go ahead and give me a brawn roll, and I'm gonna say let's do a DC 10 for that.
Cool. Ooh.
And that's with your +3. So you're just
That's
one
with
away.
my +3.
You don't
Now-
have any adversity tokens.
Do I not have an adversity token from failing last time, even though I used adversity tokens to fail?
No, you're right. You do have one.
I'm gonna use
We'll
it.
mark that. So you square up with this door, and you punch a hole right through it as if it's one of those really cheap doors that just like fall off the hinge no matter what. But unfortunately, I also need you to roll your grit for me. Because as you punch through this door, it's going to be a DC of 12 for grit. Your fist collides with a solid brick wall.
Oh, oh! I rolled a 4.
A 4.
Oh,
So which is your dominant hand that you punch with, Tortilla?
I'm righty in this one.
You feel 3 of your fingers break as it makes contact with the brick wall.
Crap. Ow. Ow. Yeah. I try to stick with it with my left hand. I'm gonna try to tear that door off if I can.
Okay.
I want to
Give me a brawn roll again.
There's a brick wall there. I'm gonna
DC a 10.
that down, brawn. DC 10. Come on, baby. Whew.
You made it. Just
Did.
on the nose. You're able to rip this door off the wall with your left hand pretty easily, even though it's not your dominant hand. And behind it is a solid brick wall. It seems old and established, as if it's been there for a long time, even though you just came through it, weirdly.
Huh. I'm gonna give that brick wall, a dirty look as I take with my functioning hand the plank of the door and I throw it on the water, throw my Three Musketeers candy bar sack on top of it, and I kind of paddle my way across the water on top of this floating wood.
So give me a grit roll to overcome your fear of water as you cross it.
11.
11. Let's see. You don't have any adversity tokens to spend.
No, I don't. All out.
I'm gonna say you're brave enough to start swimming across, but about halfway through, you realize how strong these waves are, even though they're contained in this room. And this door that you'd punched a hole through, it's now starting to break apart as you're making your way across. And you can tell it's not going to last the whole time. So give me a brawn roll as we cut over to Journey,
Got
as
it.
your door breaks apart.
I gotta try to kick as hard as possible. Brawn. All right. Oh, jeez.
Oof. All right. We will cut away to Journey.
Journey has tried to fortify herself by reading some of the poetry that she's made from the adventure thus far out loud to herself.
Yeah.
And she's sitting there in this this room that's starting to shrink and crowd around her. And she goes, I see your face and feel your spirit. And I just want us once more to even up the score. How am I loving you all times and no times all at once, Tortilla? I sigh deep into my mirror and lie to my own face that was the end. No memories. We were never meant to be, or always was.
Go ahead and take an adversity token for that beautiful poetry. And I'll say that does bring you out of your little panic attack. You're attaching onto this thought of tortilla as this room around you shrinks. And you get your courage back for just a moment as you figure out what you want to do next.
Okay. She is going to use the mirror to look at each of the vents to see if there's one that stands out more than the others. And she's going to try to brave whichever one seems to be more real.
Perfect. As she looks through the mirror at each of these, you don't have to roll for it because it's your mirror. If you have enough light, you can look through it. But you see the leftmost vent is the correct path, you would assume. The others are very dirty and look like they're made of bars instead of normal like vent metal material. And you can also, as you focus on the left vent, feel a slight draft coming from there.
Okay. Well, then Journey is going to with her little pack that she has on there that has the homemade Ouija board in it, gird her loins, so to speak, and is going to brave that left hand vent.
Perfect. Give me a grit roll of 17. I'll actually knock that down a little because you've been given info from your mirror, and Tortilla's spirit is living on through your poetry. So let's knock it down to a 15.
Okay, well, in that case, I have been saving up adversity tokens. I rolled a 10. I have where I can spend 5 adversity tokens to at least get it up to that much. I have a total of,
I think you have 7.
5, 6, 7. I have a total of 7. If I spent 6 and saved 1 for a rainy day, would that work?
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was saving that for the big bad, but claustrophobia is the big bad.
As you move through this vent now with your pack on your back, is that what you said? Or is it in front of you? It's on your back.
It's more like a messenger like bag, just something where she was able to carry the Ouija board that she brought with her. What she brings everywhere, that and her little journal that she writes down all her poetry in.
Perfect. As you start moving and crawling through this vent, it does seem to you like it is getting smaller, But if you're using your mirror in front of you, you can see through the mirror that it's actually getting bigger. And it's a trick of the mind from the perspective of the tunnel. It only takes you about 30 seconds to a minute to reach the end, and you end up in a small room, quite like the one you just left. But this one has more light, and the door is open in front of you.
Oh, Journey is like busting towards that door. Open door? Are you kidding? It's like, yes.
Perfect. As you leave this door, you are now in the hallway where you see Cricket staring down at this little creature that you've come to know as Sam. And Sam is giving off this expectant energy as he looks up at Cricket. And as you take this in, we will switch over to Marcy, who has been unconscious for quite a few minutes under all of this trash. But you start to come to under the heavy weight and smell above you.
Oh, I had a weird dream about a ship setting sail. I don't know what that means. Oh, this is terrible. I don't like this at all. Oh, how far away is that door? Can I even get out from under this? Oh, and I'm gonna try and weasel my way out. Just kind of like shimmy out.
Okay. I'll give you the choice of doing either grit or flight for this, depending on how you're taking it. If you're weaseling through what you can see is the like least gross thing, do flight. If you're just trying to get out, do grit, because you're gonna touch some gross things. It's up to you.
Tonight is not Marcy's night. That was a 1 on flight.
Marcy, you seem to have forgotten that your shoulder is broken. And you reach out with one hand to try to climb, and this intense pain just shoots through your entire body.
Oh.
And with a 1 on a DC 10, I'm gonna say you pass out again for a few minutes.
Oh, I wish T and Journey were here.
And we cut to Tortilla, who is now halfway across this raging rapid of a room, and his bridge or his door is quickly falling apart beneath him.
I'm just kicking, swimming as fast as I can, kicking, swimming.
Give me a brawn roll. You'll have to beat an 11.
Okay.
5. You start to lose your grip on the door, and every other wave kind of like hits you and takes you off balance.
No.
You start to like lose your ability to take in deep breaths as you're swimming. You're still making like purchase against the waves towards the door, but it's kind of pushing you underneath. You'll have to make 2 more brawn rolls. A DC, since you're closer now, a DC of 9. You'll have to hit 9 at least once with one of these 2 brawn rolls to make it across the water.
I'm gonna try to bribe Sam. I throw out a candy bar across the room. Just
Okay.
Cut the waves.
As you do this, Cricket in the hallway, you're staring down at Sam, and he puts his little lollipop under his mask, and you hear a crunch. And when he pulls it out, it's sharpened now. But it's at that moment when he pulls it back that he seems to snap his head to one of the doors at the other side of the hall. And he walks away from you and opens this door, and you can hear Tortilla yelling in this room. And a candy bar rolls out into the hallway right at Sam's feet. And he looks down, he stabs it with his lollipop, and he just like beckons you forward, Tortilla. And the waves die down, the level of water recedes. And eventually you're just stuck on a soggy carpet on top of a door, very tired. He seems to have accepted your sacrifice of a candy bar.
Oh, I just collapse. And are my fingers still broken?
Yes.
Oh, I wish it was. I was hoping that was an illusion. I mutter that out loud.
Is it a 3 Musketeers?
It is.
Yes.
It is.
Oh,
it's the Three Musketeers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Can we travel over to the door to help him get out of the room, or?
Yeah, of course. He's just laying on the floor. There's no like concaveness to the floor. You can walk straight across it at this point.
Oh my
oh,
God.
Key, are you okay? You look
Oh my God.
you,
I just got
What?
to roll myself over. What?
you look all messed up, dude.
It seems like you've been through an ordeal, one that we cannot even fathom in any way.
I just reach up with my good hand. Just reach.
Well,
You guys help him up.
Yeah, they, take the hand. Journey takes his hand to, with a counterweight, pull him back up to his feet.
Oh my God. And I show them my hand, my
It's like
fingers.
mangled.
oh no, that looks so bad. That looks so bad. I think you're gonna have to amputate. It looks so bad.
Cricket.
No.
I mean, I didn't get my first aid badge yet, but I feel like that's a sign of a lost cause.
I will say that if you end up having to lose that arm, that amputation is hot.
I don't
But-
understand girls.
For right now, I could give you my headscarf as a sling.
Okay.
And Journey takes off her headscarf to then like give that to Tortilla for his arm, his broken fingers.
Okay, so to wrap up, the fingers, keep them in one place.
I'm gonna try not to express or show any of the pain. I'm gonna just try to tough it up.
Okay. And as you guys are sitting here in the moments after saving Tortilla, you realize that Marcy isn't with you. And the door to the last door in the hall is still closed.
Hey guys, I think we should go. I think that's Marcy's door, right? You think she's still in there?
We should go and help her.
Yeah, I guess if we can open her door, that might help. Cause Sam helped T get out of his door, so it seems like it's not against the rules or whatever this messed up game is.
Let's go then.
Okay. Upon opening the last door, there's no lock on this one either. It seems to have been like a feat, the same as Tortillas, where you didn't have to find a key, you just had to find your way across your fear. And as you open the door, you find yourself peering down into a room, and it's just covered with a level of trash. It's just disgusting, the smell, but you do not see Marcy anywhere. Marcy, could you roll your grit for me to come out of unconsciousness?
I can.
DC of 7.
Right on the
Got
nose.
it. Right on the nose.
Oh, oh, it smells so awful. Help! Anyone?
Marcy?
You can hear a very muffled call from Marcy coming from this room.
Help, guys! Help!
We're coming, Marcy. How do we get her?
Well, it's just trash, right? This reminds me of my stepfather's man cave.
Well, we just gotta dig through this ocean of trash and follow her voice, I guess.
Are we looking down? Like, is it a very long drop?
It's not even a drop because there's a ramp of trash that just goes down into the room.
Oh, well, all right. Let's just ooh, I need a. Hey, Cricket, do you have? I don't know. This hurts. Ow, ow.
What? Oh, you
Like
need
something. Make it not hurt. Like
mm,
throbbing.
I mean, we can just tie that bandage tighter. I think that works. I don't have any like narcotics or anything. Like, I don't know what you think I might have in my backpack.
Just like Tylenol or something.
Oh, okay. I can check for that. I don't. Yeah, I guess that's what that's for. I would like to. What was my last adversity token, dude? Let's. Oh, actually,
Maybe there's
no.
some in this trash. I'm gonna rummage through the trash.
Yeah.
See if there's just some thrown away Advil or some painkiller.
I can use one adversity token to treasure hunt to look for an item. Can I look for something that would help his pain in the trash heap?
Yes, that would be a perfect use of treasure hunter.
All right, I use
like
it.
to spend an adversity token. You guys wait a few minutes as Cricket like rummages through the trash. It seems like a raccoon rummaging through a trash can. Like she knows what he knows what he's looking for, and almost immediately after searching, he pulls out this bottle of Advil that is like in pristine condition, has 2 pills left in it, and hands it over to you, Tortilla.
Found it.
I'm gonna hold on to it for now, and for like while that was happening, I'm not leaving. Well, I'm not gonna leave poor Marcy, so I gotta go get Marcy because I don't know what shape she's in. Maybe I.
You know, in second thought, I should have treasure hunted for Marcy instead of your stupid Advil, but okay. Out of character, but go ahead.
Marcy, just keep making noise, or we'll get to you.
Marcy, can you do some another grit roll for me?
I can.
Be difficulty of 7 again.
9.
9, perfect. You can start to hear her voice a little bit louder as you are entering the room and getting closer, and you can tell she's close to the opposite wall, underneath whatever trash or however much trash is there. But you can hear her stronger now.
I hurt my arm. My shoulder's messed up. I tried to make myself fly with my mind powers and it didn't work, and I just made the trash explode everywhere, and I tried, T.
I gotta go to Marcy and try to help her out with my good arm. It's okay. Just hold on to me. Hold on to me, Marcy. We'll get you out of there.
Can you roll your brawn with disadvantage for me? Because you were using your non-dominant arm. So roll twice and take the lower number.
Got it.
And with brawn, it'll be a difficulty of 8.
That's roll number 1. All right.
Good brawn rolls.
12.
It takes you longer than normal, but you're able to eventually uncover Marcy from underneath the trash, and she is filthy. She is just covered in dirt.
Oh, well, we could have, if my room was still happening, then we could have just taken you over there and washed you off and all that water. That's no longer there. But you doing okay, Marcy? You messed up?
I don't think I can move my arm anymore, but I think I think I'll be fine. Would you mind if I got a piggyback ride from somebody out of here so I didn't have to touch the rest of the trash? Although I guess it doesn't matter at this point. I'm kind of already covered in it. This is just the worst night.
I'm gonna take the pills that Cricket just found, and I'm gonna give it to Marcy, since there's only 2.
Okay.
And Cricket over here, he found some. These are magic pills, Marcy. They're gonna make you, like if your shoulder's hurting, it's gonna make it all better, okay? And then I hand her the pills and help her get up on my shoulder.
All right. I'll give you an adversity token for the kindness you've showed your teammate. And as you guys gather and get outside of this hallway, or of this room back into the hallway, Sam is nowhere to be seen, and all of the other doors are gone. There's just one door left at the very end. And at that, we are going to take a short break, get our courage built back up, take these Advil so our shoulders and hands feel better, and we will come back in just a few minutes. So stick around. Hello, and welcome back to the last half of our last episode for this Kids on Bikes campaign that we're calling Autumn Rites. If you're just joining us, I'm your host, Mika, and we are getting into some spooky stuff with the spirit of Halloween haunting our lovely little group of kids. They've lost some limbs or the functionality so far, but they've gained friendship, and I think that's what matters, you know? Just a reminder, we are still in September, so if you want to sub or resub and throw some support to the channel, please consider doing so before the end of September. Same thing. The 1 month subscription will give you 20% off. You'll get 25% off a 3 month subscription and 30% off a 6 month subscription. So it is very well worth it if you were thinking of supporting the channel. And yeah, why don't we jump back into the spooky story and see if these four can defeat the spirit of Sam and come out on top and alive and save their friend Ruthie. Who knows? Maybe they'll come out with a few less limbs, but at least they'll be alive, right? The faces of anticipation are incredible. So you guys just finished saving Marcy from her fear room, which was a room full of trash. She injured her shoulder by trying to be a telepathic witch and ending up being a little too powerful. Now you guys are standing outside in a hallway with only one door that leads somewhere. Who knows? Will you go find out?
Hey, everybody! I think we should huddle up real quick and kind of go over what the traumatic things. I mean, maybe we shouldn't talk about it. I don't know, but I just
we should
feel like
always talk about traumatic things.
oh, my room was filled with spiders, but it was fine.
How did that make you feel, Cricket?
Very
Feel
bad
and crawling.
and sticky and unsure about my path in life concerning spiders. But anyway, I think what I was trying to say is that this door, since the other doors are very bad, very, very bad, and now this door is probably gonna be very bad too, but times 4, because we did our doors individually, and now this door is one door for all 4 of us, so it's probably gonna be like 4 times as bad. Right?
I was trapped within an ever-closing room, and it kept on closing in upon me. And all there was the dark and the walls, and then more of the walls and less of the dark. I'm simply saying that maybe the entertainments of Sam are not what we would have hoped for them to be.
Okay, so I think what I'm hearing is that door is gonna have a small space full of spiders and trash because I'm Archie. And then T, yours was
Drowning.
okay.
Yeah, that's not, I didn't drown, but I did break my fingers and it still hurts. I thought it was fake. I'm still thinking it's probably an illusion, like a trick, and so yeah.
So we may be facing a spider made out of trash in an ever-closing room while we drown.
Okay, that's very bad. Hey, before I know we started this whole thing with, but let's share this candy bar that Sam gave me. What did they say about the candy? And I take out the candy bar that I received from Sam earlier. What did they say about the candy rule on Halloween?
You have to check it.
What does that even mean? Just
you check it for drugs.
You make sure that there are no razor blades that are stuck into it. So then when you bite into it, it will cut your mouth.
Yeah, and drug dealers, sometimes they'll put in drugs in the candy so that you get hooked, and that's more business for them.
It seems like an extreme waste of money to put your expensive drugs in kids' candy. Okay, well let's check it together.
Doesn't it though?
Doesn't it? Let's check it together. And I kind of hold out the candy bar in between all of us, and I don't know. I guess I just start to open it, check it. I don't know. Hey,
Okay.
how do you check candy? Do you check it for razor blades? Are you just supposed to smash it? I've never really been clear on the checking of candy.
Are you smashing it?
No, I'm not smashing it, but I'm motioning what should I do to check it?
Yeah, check to see if it's been open already. If it's already been open, then that's bad news.
Okay.
Outside wrapper for any tears or any pinpricks, because maybe they put a needle inside of it and filled the candy with heroin. Sorry.
Yeah, adults are crazy. Okay, I'm
I
checking
don't know
it.
what any of this stuff is, but it all sounds terrible.
I never heard of this stuff either. Oh, I almost swore. I check it for the candy wrapper for openings, pinpricks, razor blades, drugs, all those things.
You don't find any like openings or tears on the candy wrapper.
Great.
There's no pinpricks. You're
Uh,
just left with an unwrapped Three Musketeers bar.
Well, guys, let's check it together. And I break it into 4 pieces and give everyone a little piece.
Roll your grit for me.
Why? God damn! Out of character. Cricket is not swearing. I'm so mad at myself. Okay.
Difficulty of 8.
Cool. Oh, did I get a nope? No plus on that.
Ooh, 5.
I have an adversity token.
Right
You
now.
can give her, or you can give Cricket 2 with your
With my 1, right?
1 because you have loyal.
Mm-hmm.
Cricket is still 1 away from succeeding. If anyone else would like to warn Cricket or help Cricket in any way as he
I have an adversity token. I will totally impart some sort of gloomy yet inconsiderate advice about this candy to further put him in awareness and on edge.
Got it. That's what I need. Okay.
Cricket, as you're about to break this candy in half and then in more halves with your hands, Journey kind of like gives you a little bit of a warning, and you gingerly take it and try to break it with 2 fingers instead of like your entire fist. And it doesn't seem to break, but the chocolate does move a bit under your fingers. And when you pull them away, you can see that there's actually a really long straight razor blade in the middle of this candy bar.
Yo, that ghost Sam. I thought Sam was cool, but Sam is not cool.
Oh, well, that's not. That's really gross and icky, and also not sanitary. And ew.
Man, this was gonna be our friendship candy bar too. What a waste.
Really, really hate that my stepfather Kevin was right.
Well, I would I like to point out that that was not one of the Three Musketeer bars. That's not. I just want to make sure that that didn't come from me. So
No.
at first I was gonna be like, how did he give us back the Three Musketeers bar that I gave him? Because that's not right. Even though I was collecting Three Musketeers bars because I was gonna go then send them to.
It's a Three Musketeers dark. It's a dark chocolate one.
Oh yeah, that's different. We didn't have those, so that was just making sure that was not. Mm.
Well, this is trash. I threw it over my shoulder.
It sticks into the wall behind you.
Oh my god.
Nobody got chocolate. It'll get you all cut up and stuff. Cool. I guess we have to go defeat this Sam kid. This Sam kid wants to impact harm on us. That's not cool.
That's not hide and seek. I don't like this hide and seek, but he did like my Three Musketeers that I did give him. So I'm gonna look through my candy bag and just note how many Three Musketeers I have left.
Okay. Roll a d6, and however much you get is however many you have left.
Okay, got it. Going to do that right now. And a 4.
Okay, you
On
have
my
4 Three Musketeers left.
Got it.
4 Musketeers.
4 Musketeers. Shall we go through the door, I guess?
Yes. I checked
And
the door
let's
for
just-
traps.
Let's remember the rules.
Right.
Don't blow out jack-o'-lantern lights before midnight. Always wear your costume. Always check your candy.
Okay. I checked the door for traps.
Roll your brains for me, please.
That's a 19.
Oh yeah, that succeeds. You can tell that the store is pretty normal. It might disappear when you walk through it like the rest of them, but it doesn't seem to have any like nefarious purpose that you can see.
Door checks out. I'm becoming a more cautious cricket as this adventure goes on. Let's go, team. And I open the door like very slowly, and I just kind of open it before going through. I don't go through it. I just kind of open it first.
Okay.
I'm checking in with Marcy as we walk through just to make sure she's doing okay.
Journey is right after Cricket, so they're walking forward. So it's Tortilla and Marcy behind us.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay towards the back, behind everybody else, and be very wide-eyed and cautiously just kind of keep my eyes peeled and make sure that there's no giant trash spiders coming for us.
As you walk through this next door, you realize that the layout of the rooms of this place doesn't really make sense because you're now on the front porch again, and it seems like all the lights are on. It looks like the house was just built. It's very inviting. The porch light is on, and there's a little bucket of candy next to you as you walk out onto this porch. And as you gaze across the lawn, you can see a bunch of shuffling figures coming towards the front door.
Is this a trap?
Journey holds up the mirror at the shuffling figures.
Journey holds up the mirror to the shuffling figures, and you can see clearly through the mirror that they are there. They are shuffling towards you, and there are dozens of zombified children currently making their way towards you, hands outstretched.
We've got zombies.
Zombies.
It's zombies. They're real.
They're not.
They're real.
They're not kids dressed up as zombies.
No, they're real. They're real zombies, and they're coming.
I want to look at the candy, the bowl of candy. What do I see?
There's only a few pieces of candy left, like some Smarties, maybe a Laffy Taffy. I would say there's probably 6 pieces of candy left in that bowl.
6 pieces of candy and how many zombies? A
Why
bunch?
don't we roll for that?
Yeah, no.
Why don't we see?
D4, it's D4.
Get my dice out?
Why did I ask a dumb question?
There are 7 shambling towards you.
Gee, do you think we should throw candy at the zombies?
I
I
mean,
don't. What do zombies want?
I don't know. What's like? This is a game. This is clearly there's a way through this. Are they coming for us or coming for the candy? How many pieces of candy? How many zombies?
6 candies, 7 zombies.
Do we need to check this candy? Is that part of the thing?
Well, maybe some of the zombies are together. Like if you have a younger sibling and you go trick-or-treating with them, but really the candy is for them.
I have Three Musketeers bars.
4, 3.
Are the important ones. I have other candy in my pillowcase that are not the important ones. I'm gonna grab a handful of the not Three Musketeers and put it in that bowl. So now there's enough candy for everyone when they come trick-or-treating.
Okay. So what do you guys do as they get closer to the porch?
Hey, should we hide? Should we hide? Do they see us?
Yeah, I think we should. And I haven't been really good at this so far, but I might be able to try and move the candy bucket a little further away from us, make it like look like a ghost or something's carrying it towards them, and maybe they'll take it like halfway through the yard and then go away and not even come near the house.
That sounds excellent.
I love that idea.
All
and
right.
also the hiding idea.
Mm-hmm.
Zombies don't listen to reason. Not like ghouls do.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Marcy. Roll your brains for me. It's going to be difficulty of 17. Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah. Marcy has rolled a 20, which exploded and added on another 3. So Marcy's rolled a 25 on that. And the candy bowl does exactly what you say. it looks as though it's being carried down the front porch steps in a way. There's like a little bob to it. You're putting these little details in as if a little ghost is carrying it, and it's smoothly just like bobbing down the course of the sidewalk away from the house.
I
And
think I'm getting the hang of it.
and as this is happening, the zombified children slowly start to turn and follow it, arms outstretched, bags hanging down, just trying to get their candy.
It's working. So
Marcy, you're amazing.
Thank you. I learned it from you, Journey.
maybe like since we know that Sam likes to, play dirty tricks, make sure that the zombie kids can't get it. Like, make it so it's funny and that they're humiliated a little bit so that maybe he doesn't do that to us for a little while.
Oh, let me see if I can play keep away with it for a second before I let him get it all.
Roll brains again. 17 difficulty again.
Feels like a mistake.
Oh,
That's a no.
Marcy has rolled a 6. Marcy, you start to get a little overconfident as you're just like, I'm gonna play tricks on these little zombie kids. And as it's bobbing, you kind of lose track of how to keep it in control, and you bob a little too much upward, and the candy shoots out of the bowl and soars up into like some of it goes into a tree, some of it goes into the bush nearby, some of it goes onto the roof of the porch, but is now out of reach of the zombified kids.
I got a little overzealous.
And they turn their attention back to you guys and start to shuffle back to the porch.
Oh crap. I'm gonna try to see if there's any candy within, like, in my sights, and so I'm just gonna scan and see if I tracked where any of it landed.
Yeah, okay. 2 pieces fell on the porch near you. The rest of it you can't see. It like disappeared into oblivion, into bushes and
Okay. I'm gonna look in.
Adults do to us, where when they don't have enough, they make us compete for what's left.
They do?
Oh, they do it all the time. I know that Kevin does it, my stepfather.
Ow.
If there's only like 2 pieces of strawberry cake left, then, what have I done this week? Have I put forth the effort? The effort that needs to be done with my schoolwork. If not, him and mother get the cake.
Oh wow.
Have
They would
another.
just make us share it all. Like, everything gets split up into like tiny, tiny, tiny pieces, and you just get one.
You said, Journey. You said do what the grown-ups do when they when it's the candy situation. Maybe if we turn the porch light off, maybe they'll think we're out of candy and they'll go away.
Yeah.
Great idea. Everyone knows about the porch light off.
I'm gonna put the 2 pieces of candy like on the ground, like on the porch, so that maybe they can see that, and then I'm going inside. Let's go in. Come on.
And turn off the porch light.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Key thing.
You guys look through these windows that are now on each side of the door. They appeared as you opened the door, almost as if you had created the room by opening the door. So you're looking through these curtained windows next to these doors, and you watch as these zombified kids come up, and they look down with slack jaws and just like dead eyes and see these 2 pieces of candy. And then you see them look amongst each other, and it takes them a very slow moment to like point at each other as if they're counting, and then point down at the candy. And then they start to like scuffle with each other, like pushing, trying to grab the candy in front of each other. Can I get everyone to roll brains for me really quick? Oof. So Marcy and Tortilla, you're able to hear a sound behind you in the new, like, created foyer of a hallway in this room that you're in. And as you turn around, you see the familiar figure of little Sam. And in his hand, he's holding a sharpened lollipop. And he just shakes his head at you, as if to say, "You're breaking the rules."
Breaking the rules. The rules are turn the light back on. I think we got to turn the light back on because we turned out a light. You're not supposed to turn out the light.
Oh, I thought that was only supposed to do with pumpkins.
Maybe we're in a giant pumpkin. I turn it on.
Okay, okay.
He lowers his lollipop just a little bit, but then points at the door, as if to say,
Something. Do we need to give them the candy? Where's the rest
he
of your
nods.
candy? Do you have any more candy?
He shakes his head.
What about that lollipop in your hand? You just wrap it up and they won't know.
He's going to take a step forward now.
Okay, got it. I'm gonna open the door and throw my pillowcase out there and close it. Like just let this candy, whatever candy's left, spill out of it.
Okay. Roll
They're not the musketeers, right?
Well, I don't. That's like I have so few candy left that I think I need to. I'm gonna look in. I'm gonna.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh,
roll your brains for me. What's your
Okay.
brains looking like?
My brains is not good, even though I rolled good. I want to count how much candy I have left. I know I have 4 Three Musketeers.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d8 for me to see how
I
much.
feel like I'm cheating because I already said I would threw the pillowcase out there.
So 7. Do you take the time to go through your candy before you throw it out? Because Sam is walking towards the group right now.
So here's what I did because I don't like taking back something that I said I did. So
Yeah.
I threw the pillowcase out, and I want to be able to see how much quickly how much candy spilled out, and I'm gonna try to snatch back at least 1 Three Musketeers if I can see that
Okay.
there's more candy.
With a quick glance, you can see that at least 10 to 12 pieces of candy fell out of your bag. And as you go to reach for one of the Three Musketeers, you can grab it just before a zombified kid goes to reach for it. He quickly moves over and grabs another piece of candy once that one is snatched up by you. And all 7 of them are able to get candy. And you see 3 of them take like an extra piece, leaving you with only that Three Musketeer in your hand as they shamble off the porch into the darkness. Sam sets down his lollipop and then turns and walks away into the dark hall, leaving you alone for now.
I have 1 Three Musketeers.
Journey goes and picks up the sharpened lollipop.
Oh, he put it by his side. He didn't let it go.
Okay.
Oh, got
It's
it.
like a candy shiv. Yeah. That was very generous and also very thoughtful of you, Tortilla.
Well, I mean, I think that I realized that I was like, should have held on to more of the Three Musketeers, but I got scared. Not scared, but like I was trying to look out for everybody in the moment. And so I just, figured I got 1. Thank you.
You weren't scared. I was petrified.
I was a little scared, but yeah, I was kind of scared. But who won? I knew there's 1 Three Musketeers left.
Yes. And you're currently holding it.
Who should take care of this? I mean, you want me in charge of the last 3 Musketeers?
I mean,
It
sure.
was
They're,
your vision.
yeah, they're you're the one who started the whole musketeer business.
Well, all right then. I'm gonna check my last 3 Musketeers. I don't know why. I just feel like I have the impulse to check my own candy.
Okay. Do a brains roll for me. Difficulty of 4.
I rolled a 4.
You're able to see that there's absolutely no like openings or tearings on this wrapper. The candy bar inside's like slightly crushed from you throwing it, and like also having the bag on you as you did your fear room task, but it doesn't seem to be like violated in any way or dangerous.
Got it. It's pristine.
Yes, almost.
Yeah. It's still good. Just, it's still tasty, even if it's crushed a little bit. Okay, what now, team?
I guess we just go back into the house and look for another one of his puzzles.
Perhaps we should look upstairs or
Is that what we left?
downstairs. There might be a basement with a broiler that's waiting to overheat, and
Oh,
only
no.
we can stop it.
No, I don't want to go to the. Oh,
There's a
you guys-
direction of that for me. Thank you.
yeah, I don't know about that. See, because like we talked about Nightmare on Elm Street, and there's that part in that, where I think they shove him in there, and that's how they killed Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, there's also The Shining, where the Overlook is going to explode, and then the Overlook forgets because it never remembers the broiler.
So we should remember the broiler.
Just saying, if that was a thing.
I still don't know what you are talking about because I have not seen those movies, but I do feel like they're spoilers. So when I turned 18 and I watch these movies, I'm already gonna know how it ends. It's a little disappointing for me.
Is
No, I
anyone
shouldn't-
looking around the hallway as you guys are talking?
I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't come as any surprise to you guys as you realize that the only doorway is the one to your back, the one that leads to the front porch.
Cool.
And through the windows, though you're not looking directly out of them, you can see that there's more of a bright light coming through them now.
I guess this is the way to go. I go to the door and I knock on it 3 times. I do the same thing that we did earlier. Dun, 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 dun.
There is no response.
Okay, he's not playing anymore, so I guess, fun and games and stuff has been over for a while. I guess. All right, I open the door slowly.
You see the front porch again. The zombies are gone. There is no like bucket of candy, nothing reset, but the light that is now very bright from this area is coming from hundreds of jack-o'-lanterns that now line both the porch and the front yard. And you can see them just everywhere. Meticulously carved, all lit up and bright. So Raul Gaviola, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome everyone.
Ooh.
Okay, everybody. I'm pretty sure this is one of the rules of Halloween. We can't let any of the lights go out. So, maybe we have to check all the pumpkins.
I always have a lighter with me just in case.
Oh, we should make little torches out of like leaves and paper and carry them around so we can light the pumpkins.
Okay. I'm always up for fire.
Yeah. I don't know how to do that. Do you know how to do that?
Of course
Cricket?
I do. I am a Boy Scout.
All right.
And I
well
have
then-
a Zippo.
Also, that works too.
As you guys are talking, you hear noise out in the yard, past the sea of pumpkins, and you can see 3 silhouettes walking up. You actually recognize these 3 silhouettes as they grow closer. You recognize them as the 3 that chased you to this place in the first place. Dan,
no.
Trevor, and George. And they each have bats.
Oh.
They don't see you yet, though.
I
And
hope it's not really them.
if your memory serves you right, this is a pastime of theirs. They love to smash pumpkins.
No.
We have to stop these bullies. And come on, everybody. We shouldn't be scared. We just did way more scary stuff inside the house. And now these are just people. They're not ghosts. And they're not the ocean. And they're not a spider or a small corridor or a bunch of trash. Well, maybe they're a bunch of trash. We don't know.
Huh.
But so we can totally take care of them. I think we guys just think hard.
Journey, is it really them? Can you look at your thing and see if it's just an illusion?
That's a really good point. Journey then holds up her mirror of reality towards
Yeah.
them.
As Journey looks through it, it's you can tell that it's not actually Stan, Trevor, and George, but it is taking their face, as if it's drawing it from your memories or something from you. These are still ghouls, and they're still very real, but it's not actually Trevor, George, and Stan.
These are vessels of Sam of our own making. They are still real. They will still smash these pumpkins. However, they're not the bullies that we know of. This external fear of ours, in the form of bullies, is not true, but that doesn't mean it won't get the pumpkin smashing job done.
So I have a question. Does that mean that that these things will probably respond the way we think they would, since they're drawn upon our like realities?
I would think absolutely.
Then on that, then we need to get them out of here. I'm gonna run and I'm gonna scream as I run towards them. You guys gotta get out of here! Oh my god, you guys! No, there's something in there and it's gonna come and get us. We gotta get the freaking hell out of here! And I just run past them, trying to terrify them to stay away from this crazy ass house.
All right, Tortilla, I'm gonna need you to roll your flight.
Damn!
You've got to choose your steps carefully with all of these pumpkins on the ground so you don't accidentally smash one. It is gonna be your max flight, so you gotta hope to get a 4 on this one.
Oh no, man! I should have. I don't get a +1 to flight, do I?
No.
Shite.
You have a 2. The only other people that have tokens are Cricket and Marcy. So if you are able to help him in any way narratively, I'll let you spend adversity tokens for that.
Marcy, can I try and help with my brain power to kind of give him a little push in the right direction and kind of like
nudge his feet?
guide him?
Yeah, I'll allow that. If you spend an adversity token and then roll brains, difficulty of 11, to push his feet side by side. Cricket, are you helping at all?
Yeah. Cricket would like to use my teleport ability to try to teleport ahead of him and move the pumpkins out of the way of his bumbling feet.
Perfect. Roll your flight for me. You'll get a +2 to this for having your gold bangle on your wrist. And it'll be difficulty of 6.
Marcy rolled a 9, but I'm also going to use 2 more of my adversity tokens to bump it up to an 11.
Perfect. That will work. It looks like Cricket.
I used my
hit.
+2. Yeah, I got a 4.
The +2 to make it a 6. Yeah.
Or no, it was already included.
It was already included. Okay,
yeah,
so Cricket is now failing their teleport roll. But Tortilla, you are able to sprint past all these pumpkins, somehow not putting out the light inside of them. And you start to feel like you're about to step on one, but then your foot moves over almost impossibly as Marcy helps you from the porch. And you startle the 3 Suedo jocks as they're getting ready to slam down on a pumpkin, and they look at you scared, just absolutely wide-eyed, and you dart past them, and they look at each other wordlessly and begin to dart after you. But Cricket, you went to teleport, and at the last minute, your eyes darted to the side, and you looked at a point that you weren't intending to jump to. And you're going to fall directly on top of a pumpkin as you come out of teleportation. If you can roll your brains and get a high enough roll, you can catch yourself. But
Okay.
if not, you will smash a pumpkin, which is against the rules of Halloween.
Okay. I rolled a 15.
Ooh.
Is there any pluses to that?
Nope, but I have one adversity. Wait, do I have it? I have one adversity token left.
I
Okay.
haven't taken any action yet. If there's anything that I can roll to help in any way.
What are your...
The many things that I could do.
Yeah.
Journey always has a Zippo lighter at the ready. She might be a firebug. We haven't explored that yet. Possibility. Along with that, she really connected with Cricket earlier when he talked her out of her first claustrophobic fugue. So would probably be keeping like an eye on Cricket. Along with that, I don't have anything else. That's all I got.
Unfortunately, Cricket did not make a quick enough decision to move before he landed on this pumpkin. So Cricket is going to fall and break this pumpkin with his weight as the light in it goes out. And everything gets very quiet for everyone. Tortilla, for you as well, you don't even hear the footsteps of the bullies behind you. And you'd look behind and they're actually not there anymore. But you do see far away now, since you had been sprinting, Cricket lying in the middle of these jack-o'-lanterns on top of what looks to be a smushed one.
Oh no. I'm gonna head back and assess.
Okay.
At this point, would I be able to try to run forward to relight the wick?
You could. It's a smashed heap of like pumpkin mess.
Mm-hmm. Can I start to try to reassemble the pumpkin into a round pumpkin shape with the relievings?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll your brains for me as you work on that. It'll be, I'm gonna say DC 8. Pretty easy to do.
18.
18, nice. Yeah. Honestly, you reassemble the pumpkin and it looks kind of like it used to, just a lot smaller, more condensed. But it's you're having trouble with the candle wick. And Tortilla, as you're sprinting back, you actually see I would assume Journey and Marcy see this as well, but Sam kind of appears out of nowhere, almost as if rising out of the sea of pumpkins.
Oh.
He has his sight set on Cricket.
Can someone help me light this pumpkin? I think Sam's gonna murder me.
You look out. I think he's coming. If you having trouble with the wick, here, use some of my cape. And Marcy's gonna tear off a piece of her cape and bring it over there for them to light it on fire and throw it in the middle of the pumpkin.
Okay. I won't make you roll for that.
And Journey like does her Zippo that has her mother's name on it.
Perfect. So you guys light it and set it inside this little pumpkin that Cricket has made. But Sam still seems to be advancing towards Cricket.
Okay, never mind. Listen, no, we're done with this one. I put it back down. I'm gonna try to teleport away, like back towards the house.
Okay, roll your flight for me. DC of 7.
Okay, flight, and then I have a +2. That's a 6. And I have my adversity token. I'll make it 7.
Perfect. You're able to just make it onto the porch. A little shaky, but you don't fall at all. Are Marcy and Journey, are you guys in the pumpkin patch, or are you up on the porch with Cricket?
In the pumpkin patch, but I'm wondering, does Sam count as a child or as an adult? Because I want to talk to him.
That's an interesting question.
Well, I'm rebellious, so either gives me a +3 to persuasion. I'm just kind of curious what we're dealing with here.
Yeah, I won't make you roll for this information, but with all the abilities that you've seen Sam possess, you can kind of assume that he's neither child nor adult, and those aren't any kind of moniker that he would take on.
So rebellious doesn't work against them.
Unfortunately, I don't think it does.
Okay. Well, I'm still going to try to talk to him.
Okay.
Yeah. Obviously, you seem to get your entertainment from tipping the scales. Those ghouls were going to take out pumpkins no matter what. And we did our best to stop the pumpkins from being taken out. Unfortunately, one got put out, but we lit it back. And it doesn't matter who did that. Because all of us are a crew, all of us are a team. And then Journey points to the multifaceted pumpkin that was put back together and is now lit. This pumpkin is even better than when it started. If anything, you should take lessons from us on how you properly do your jack-o'-lantern.
Sam stops advancing on Cricket and turns to Journey. And as she's talking, he's slowly untying the cord that's around the bag over his head. And then he finally pulls it off. And underneath, you can see that his head is actually kind of similar to most of the jack-o'-lanterns around you. His face is carved out of this pumpkin. His eyes are deep set in there, but it's very animated, as if it's actually a face and not a pumpkin. And he looks down at the discarded pumpkin and back up to you, Journey, now.
The thing that makes everything beautiful are the flaws. And you have all of these, what you think are perfect jack-o'-lanterns. But look at us and look at everyone. The flaws is what brings us together. The decay. It's not about the perfection. It is about when we fall apart and how we put ourselves together.
I lift up my broken fingers as she's saying that.
Tortilla, are you standing near Journey? Or are you, yeah?
Yeah, I kind of come around and, I'm trying to make sure that Sam doesn't think I'm sneaking up behind him or anything. So, but yeah, I'm coming in and getting like next to Journey with my broken finger.
Okay. Sam is going to listen to you again, Journey, and then take another look at the discarded pumpkin. He seems to take a moment to consider something, and then he pulls up his small bag of candy and holds it out to you.
Journey goes over and accepts one piece of candy, because you always just take one.
He snatches his bag back before you can take
I walk up right next to
And he
Journey
holds
and
it
I
back
say,
out
trick
again.
or treat.
He's still just holding the bag out, looking up at both of you.
Hey, you ding dong. He wants candy. He's the one trick or treating.
Oh, he's the one trick or
Oh,
treating.
got it.
I pull out
Journey's
my
like,
I got the 1 3 Musketeers, which I know he likes. And I plop it right into the bag.
He looks into the bag after the 3 Musketeers and then ties it shut. He goes and grabs the hood and puts it back on his head. And he looks up at all 3 of you and just kind of nods and then walks over the pumpkin that you'd already built and goes to sit on another jack-o'-lantern. You guys can see that there is a glimpse of the sky behind him, and hints of orange and red are poking out through the tops of the trees. Just as you come to the realization that you've made it to morning, Sam actually gets up off the pumpkin and comes back over to you. And he looks up at the sky, looks at you, looks back at the house as if expecting to see Madame Puck, and then just wraps his arms around your legs, Tortilla, as if he's hugging you. And then he goes over to Journey and hugs her as well. And then he goes to Cricket and hugs her as well, or him as well, and then goes finally to Marcy and hugs. And he's kind of laughing the whole time, as if he's had an enjoyable night.
Sam, thanks for the hug, buddy. But question for you. Do you know where Ruthie is?
He kind of gives you a shrug. And you think back to your conversation with Madame Puck, where she said that Sam is not at all involved in Ruthie's location. It seems that Sam just doesn't even know Ruthie was around. And as he gives you that shrug, he walks over to the door, reaches up to open it, and then goes back inside the house. And you guys are left on the front lawn as the dawn starts to break above you.
That was a close one, guys.
Are my fingers still broken?
Yes, they are.
I thought this was an illusion still.
Everybody, I think we did the thing we're supposed to do. We kept Sam entertained until the morning, and we didn't die over the nighttime. So maybe we could go in and get the old lady's approval. I don't know, and then maybe find your friend. Where's Ruthie?
Yeah, I think the important thing is Marcy's friend.
But we first got to make sure that we did everything the way that they wanted, right? Because we got to they got to give us like permission to leave so we can go find Ruthie. So let's make sure we did the thing that we're supposed to do before we get punished.
Well, Halloween's over. No more rules. Is that how that works?
So we can break these pumpkins now?
No, I think we should leave them, but we don't have time for that.
I don't think we should.
Let's go to the
Although
to
that's
the house
very
then. Yeah.
metal of you, Tortilla.
Oh yeah. Well, like thanks.
Yeah. I mean, we shouldn't do it, but also very metal.
We should not destroy other people's property.
But I could.
Scout's honor.
It's not, maybe I have before done some of that really rebellious stuff. Because I'm definitely not a goody-goody.
Well, you had to break your hand somehow. And it was probably fighting the Sandman.
I think, yeah. I'm just going to say yeah to that.
And then Journey just starts walking back towards the house.
Okay.
I give it to Marcy. Marcy, I hope we all get all weird when we get in high school. These guys are bonkers.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah. We clearly have something bigger going on. And they're just like...
Yeah. Right? Ew, it's so gross. Kissing all the germs. Ugh.
Oh, bro. They're basically making out in front of us. It's just unspeakable.
Ugh.
We all go inside the house.
So you guys go inside the house. It looks quite like it did when you first walked in. Very decrepit, covered in cobwebs and dust. The cabinet across from you that held all the items in the very beginning is actually not clean anymore. It looks just as dirty as the rest of the house. And it doesn't look like it's been ever disturbed in many, many years. Are you guys moving past this front room? Where would you like to go?
Is there anything that stands out to me about like my gloves or anything, like, or the objects that we have?
Roll your brains for me.
Oh dang, I don't got a lot of that.
Roll them brains on the floor.
I know, right? I got a 5.
Okay. As you look down at your gloves, luckily you didn't roll low. You can see that they look very worn now. They don't look pristine and in perfect condition. It's almost as if they have aged naturally as they should have before. And at this site, everyone else can also look at their items, and like Marcy's hat would be very dusty and a little tattered, and Cricket's bracelet would be very tarnished and not reflective. Same with Journey's mirror. Journey, when you look through your mirror, you don't see through it anymore. You just see a reflection right back at you.
It seems like the magic is gone. Can we put these back under the cabinet?
Probably wise.
Yep. I take my gloves off and follow suit.
Seems like a good idea.
They don't belong to us anyway. I'm not going to become a robber because of you guys.
As you guys replace the items back into the cabinet, they seem to fade into the pillows and disappear that were in there, almost as if like an offering. And you feel kind of a calm come around you as this happens. And once again, you hear music playing from the left side room.
Let's go talk to that lady.
Okay. Is everyone following suit?
Yeah.
You walk into the room and it's not as pristine as it was. It actually matches the rest of the house now. Very worn down. All the furniture has like cloth coverings over it, layers of dust. But Madam Puck is sitting right in front of the fireplace, which is not lit, in the same exact position. And she turns to look at you as you walk in and gives you a smile. I've waited 300 years for this, and finally I've got a group that did it. And she just kind of like looks at all of you happily.
Does that mean we can leave now? It's all good?
Yes, I still feel your friend on the grounds. She's not in the house though. I'm sure with a little searching you'll be able to find her. But yes, it does not feel like Sam has the hold on the house anymore. He just wanted some tricking and treating. Seems like you gave him that.
He gave us that back. Do you have magic powers? Can you unbreak us?
Yeah, you're like this little ghosty boy tried to like murder us for really, not like in the game, but like her arm is all weird and his fingers are like almost missing. I think we have to amputate.
But it would be okay if that happens.
Because it would be so metal.
No, his parents are gonna be super mad at him. He comes home with a broken hand.
Yeah.
He get
I
in
mean,
trouble.
I think they'd be more mad at themselves for somehow not preventing it. Like somehow they have effect on our lives as we choose to live them. But
That's not how my house works at all.
So you just want me to heal you? That's all?
And also
uh,
Marcy, her arm.
Okay.
and can you, can you get me a straight A's for the rest of high school, so that I can go to college and join a frat?
And a big bag of Milky Ways.
I would
Three
like to
Musketeers.
become
Three Musketeers.
Oh
Big
yeah.
bag of Three Musketeers too.
I would very much appreciate to be a New York Times bestseller of morbid poetry.
I want to get my Eagle Scout all my badges so I can become an Eagle Scout. Please.
Okay, yes. Very small demands from all four of you, obviously.
$1 million.
Oh, okay, that's too much.
Okay, so heal you, heal her. Straight A's. Let me see if I've got this right. Straight A's, New York Times bestseller. Scout badges.
Yes, Mushroom Scout badges, please.
$1 million. Am I missing anything?
The health and safety of Marcy's friend, maybe?
The knowledge of what is on the other side.
I don't want that one. Thank you.
Oh, Ruthie would be nice still. I know you said she's outside wandering around somewhere, but with all due respect, Miss, it was a little confusing out there, and I'm not sure if we'll get lost again if we go out there looking for her, not without like a clear direction of where she kind of like was at out there, you know?
Okay. How about this? I will grant 4. One wish for each of you. I will grant 4 of these demands. But I'm not a genie. I can't do all of that. Especially, I'm sorry, Tortilla, but $1 million.
It's worth a try. I mean, I donate some of it to things that deserve it.
be fair, we were not given any parameters, and then all of a sudden we thought you kind of were a genie because you are like a 300-year-old ghost, and I don't think any of us have ever talked to a 300-year-old ghost who characteristics before.
Yeah,
So
that's my first time.
yeah, our ignorance is not made of our own. It's not. We just don't know. We just don't know.
Okay. Right. So we'll start with the quiet one. Marcy, was it? What was your wish? What
Oh,
is your demand?
And yes, I do apologize for being so quiet. I'm just slightly terrified to death after the night we've had. But yeah, just well, I've been looking for Ruthie for an awful long time, and even though my arm does hurt, I think I'd rather know where Ruthie is, like just a clearer location to find her or her, if you are a genie.
She pauses as if to wait to see if you're going to tack on any more words. And then finally she answers. It's like, yes, okay. You could have just said, find Ruthie. Ruthie is in the backyard. She fell asleep in one of the sheds back there. Seemed like she was just here ghost hunting and decided to stay the night. Um, she seems relatively harmless. No harm has come to her, but she is asleep very early.
Thank you.
We'll go to the next one, the little small one with the badges.
Yes. Hello. I have rethought my request because I thought it was an unlimited. Can I wish for more wishes?
I feel like you already know the answer to that.
Okay, I have to. You have to check because if you don't ask at the beginning, then it's like you wasted all your time. I'm a logistics person. What can I say? Okay, so I rethought my request because I can earn my badges all by myself, and I will become a Phoenix Scout one day. That's what it's called, Phoenix Scout. And so instead, I would like to wish for I'd like to wish for T to get all the three musketeers that he wanted because the whole night started and the only reason he became my friend is because he wanted to get more musketeers for and I just want him to have as many as he wants. That's all.
Okay, to carry on your wish, T. For Tia, T? What do you prefer to go by? T?
He's fine. It's less syllables. It's easier.
It rhymes with three. How many three musketeers would you like?
Oh,
Simple wish.
they're so good.
Name
Can
a number. I
I?
don't have all day. I've been here for
Um,
300 years.
I'm
Remember?
sorry. Okay. How about infinite?
No, that's not. So I guess we'd get into a lot of mathematic talk for that, but infinite
Um,
is not like an exact number, and I need an exact number to grant
oh,
this wish.
okay. I would like for there to be uh 20,000.
20, got it. She's gonna snap her fingers, and the bag that you did you pick up the bag from the porch or did you leave it?
It is wherever I last left it. Yeah, it's on the porch then.
Okay. She'll snap her fingers and then look down expectingly, and then, oh, it's in your bag. I'm very sorry. I think you left it on the porch. I thought you
Uh,
had it with you.
I will pick it up on our way out. Thank you.
Perfect. And now on to your request as well, since that was Cricket's, the small one.
Well, I will since everybody's being so generous, then I guess I can't. This really does hurt. So can I with my one wish, can I wish that all of us are no longer broken, and so that we leave how we arrived?
Huh. The wording on that is hard to escape, so I will grant it and heal you and your friend. Physically. If there's any emotional or mental brokenness, I can't heal that. I'm very sorry.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. You can't. Is it too late to throw in like teach me how to swim?
On to the next one. Journey. The one who speaks as though she knows my kind. What would you like?
Well, everyone has been extremely generous. with their wishes, which means that I can be selfish in mine. But with mine, I can also spread my experiences with others. So I'm sticking to the New York Times bestseller list for my morbid poetry. I am dropping the whole knowledge of the other side because given enough time, I'm going to figure that out on my own. But yeah, I will take the New York Times bestseller list because that means I'm a published poet, and other things can happen past that, along with making sure that I'm also given a slice of strawberry cake when there's a few left at home. I have a poem to
Do enlighten me while I think about this.
How are we all surrounded and alone all at the same time? We were existing in the confines of our own minds, but after this adventure, also yours, also theirs, also mine. There is no privacy, only Halloween stares combined.
Oh, right. And that's, you want that, pardon me, you
That'd
want that
be
to
the
be
preface
New
of
York
my New
bestseller?
York Times selling morbid poetry tome, which is entitled I Live, I Die to Die Again.
You know what? Okay. New York Times bestseller, fine. You'll also get the strawberry cake because that's super easy. I can just tack it on to the end.
It's incredibly hard to find people that make good strawberry cake. It's good to have that. I will share that with the rest of my crew.
Are you crying?
No, I'm not at all.
All right. Well, I thank all of you, and I hope that's enough payment for whatever you've gone through tonight. You can find your friend Ruthie in the back shed, and there will be no maze of anything leaving, as I've lifted my enchantments.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it.
So much better. What are you going to do now?
Well, I think me and my children are going to leave this place and try to find somewhere a little more welcoming and quiet.
Does that mean that the place will be empty and we can move in?
I wouldn't suggest that, but yes, I mean, there have technically been no owners for many, many years.
Do we have a clubhouse now?
Clubhouse.
I'm scarred a little emotionally deep inside of the night that we've had. I feel like sure, but I don't know. I'm not 100% for this idea, but whatever you think is best, Journey.
We haven't even explored the upstairs or the basement yet.
Oh, there's a boiler in the basement. It gets kind of finicky. It starts to overheat. You have to go down there sometimes and turn it off.
This is fantastic.
And then with that, she just gives you all like a smile and she dissipates in front of you magically. And you are alone in this house now.
I've got to go outside and get the candy, and then we got to find Marcy's friend.
Yep. So you guys head outside of the house. The candy bag is right where you left it, Tortilla. And it's actually a pretty bright morning as you guys leave the house. There's no eerie feeling. It's an old decrepit estate, but it doesn't give off the like extremely bad vibes that it did earlier. And you're able to find the shed in the backyard pretty quickly. And right inside, as Madame Puck had said, is Ruthie, curled up using her sweatshirt as a pillow. And she has a little flashlight and a notebook next to her, as well as a tape recorder. And as you walk in, you can see she's got all these scribblings like, heard a noise, went to investigate, recorded something on my recorder, and I think I heard a voice. And she's just got like lists of all of her ghost notes down.
Oh, Ruthie, 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 oh, I hit my hat. Oh, Ruthie.
She wakes up pretty quickly and looks up and kind of like messes with her eyes and is like,
Marcy, is that you? Yeah, I thought you were gone forever. And I'm gonna run up to her and give her a giant hug.
She hugs you back and she's like a little out of it. And she looks around to see Tortilla, Cricket, and Journey as well. And she takes in your Halloween costumes and she's just like, oh, I've only been gone a night. I just came to ghost hunt.
Well, you're gone for a little longer. But hey, why don't we go home with everybody and you can tell us what you found. We got some Three Musketeers.
I love Flurry Musketeers. Oh, you won't believe what I found, Marcy. I found so many ghost evidence. I heard them. They've been here. And she like packs up her things as you guys are heading out of the shed. Is there anything in particular you guys would like to talk about? Because otherwise, it's just a straight shot home from here.
So does this mean that we're all of us are like best friends now, and we're all gonna all meet at this clubhouse after school every single day for the rest of our lives?
I don't know about that, but here's a Three Musketeer for everybody. Pass it around.
I think that it would be great to have a place where all of us could ideate together, and we can ruminate about the knowledge of life and death and everything in between. Along with that, it would be nice to exist somewhere with friends that I can be a part of a group as opposed to standing alone, which I'm used to. I have no problem with that at all.
I
Because
mean,
none of us are really
yeah.
alone because of ghosts.
I'm actually, I'm actually really into that idea. We can hang out here every day after school. Now that you mention it,
Can you roll your charm for me, Tortilla?
I'm glad I don't have to do that in real life.
Be an 8 difficulty.
I think I said that last time.
Roll a 2. Tortilla, as you say this, you trip over all of your words. Like, it's really hard to even tell what you're saying because you're speaking so fast and so nervously.
Yeah, so what I'm trying to say is that I have to check in. I have to ask my parents first. I shouldn't
Cricket
have
and
said that.
Marcy, you guys understand that he's real nervous thinking about hanging out with Journey in the future. And it's a little awkward.
It's all right, T. I think that's a yes from him, Journey.
Is that what that means? I thought that he had gone into tongues and was possessed.
No, he's just a teen boy. You'll figure it out eventually.
Sometimes I feel like I feel like I'm possessed. Sometimes actually, I've wondered.
Have you been possessed before?
I played the Ouija board. I could have been possessed. I thought I was haunted.
Yeah, he talks about it like all the time.
Journey steps closer to Tortilla and takes his arm, taking the arm
in his.
Exactly, to walk forward.
And tell me all about your possession. I will be completely honest. I've written about you, but it wasn't as flattering as you think it might have been.
That's okay. I don't really know if I know what half of the words that you're saying really mean, but I like the way they sound coming out of you.
Because it was more flattering than I wanted it to be.
Is that a good thing, Cricket?
This is nothing. This is nothing. All of this is nothing.
Okay, got it. I'm just gonna smile and stiffen up. I'm gonna do that thing where I'm gonna pretend that I'm not flexing my bicep, but I'm gonna flex my bicep while she's holding my arm.
You look very, very stiff and unnatural as you guys are walking along the straight driveway out of the estate. And as we pull back from this scene, you make it to the end of this street without any issues. You're actually on the corner that you had started at the very beginning of the night. And as as you get to this point, you all turn to look back at the street that you had just left and all kind of reminisce on the events of the night. And then as you part ways, Journey and Tortilla going one way, Tortilla offering to walk her home, Cricket and Marcy and Ruthie walking another way, going over all of Ruthie's notes and recordings. We look back down the street and see a small orange figure slipping out of the gate for the estate. A very familiar orange 3-foot figure holding a lollipop. And as the kids head off, unbeknownst to him, this figure slips out of the gate and walks down the street, taking in all of the houses as he goes. The inhabitants are still sleeping in their homes as he walks down the street. And finally, he gets to one house that lays undecorated and dark in the middle of this neighborhood. And he stops there and looks up at Mr. Greeble's house. And his small gloved hand pulls the hood from atop of his head. He bites into his lollipop one last time, revealing a wickedly sharp edge, and then enters the home of Mr. Greebles, unannounced and quiet, ready to enforce holiday cheer before Hallows Eve officially ends with the rising sun. And that is where we will end our short Autumn Rite campaign here on Hunters Entertainment. Thank you guys so much for playing with me. I had so much fun crafting this little spooky story. I hope you had fun playing.
Oh yeah. Thank you. That was
Yeah.
super fun, man.
Good luck, Mr. Greebles.
I know, right?
Murdered.
Still a murder. There's
Straight
still a
up
murder.
Before we
Wow.
get into outros and where they can find all of you guys, I'd like to thank our mods and our team here at Hunters. We wouldn't be able to do any of this without you guys. So thank you so much. And let's do our outros really quick. We'll start off in the same order as last time. So Melee, please let us know where we can find you.
Yes, I am Melee Damage. You can find me on all of the socials at whatever the social is / Melee Damage, and I do a bunch of things. So if you add me on there, you can see every day I post little updates of all the shows and stuff that I'm on. And thank you, Mika, for doing this. That was absolutely wonderful, and that was the perfect thing to get into the spoopy mood for Halloween. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you. Next, Michelle, where can we find you?
Hi, I have been your Mushroom Scout, Michelle and Bradley. You can find me everywhere on the internet at I am Chubby Bunny. And yeah, I had so much fun, and I am totally ready for Halloween. I already decorated my whole apartment. I'm
Yeah,
ready
it
to
looks
go.
great. You've got like a good stairway back there.
Oh yeah, this is authentic back here.
Luis, where can we find you as well?
Hey, I'm Luis Carrazzo. You just type that, my first and last name, on any of the socials, and I'll pop up if I'm on it. Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Not that anybody really uses Facebook that much anymore. Not quite ventured beyond those yet. So if you want to keep up with some of the stuff that I'm up to, then find me on there, and let me know about your. What I love most about this is that, like, I love hearing what the games that you guys are playing. So that's like really, that kind of like dialogue with you guys is really cool for me. So check me out, and I'll check you out.
Perfect. And last but not least, Markia, where can we find you?
Yeah, y'all can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Markia McCarty. You can see how to spell it below. And also, because Halloween is here now, for me, it's been here all of September, but then what is time also? If you like animated horror, if you go to youtube.com/snarled, my podcast, Something Scary, we do animated horror every Tuesday, along with if you listen to podcasts, if you go to Spotify, iTunes, or whatnot, we do 3 to 4 more stories that we adapt from listeners that have submitted their stories to us. So just look for Something Scary wherever your podcasts are found, and enjoy the horror of. We have a lot of retwists of Halloween classics that we've been doing this month. So hope that you enjoy.
Perfect. And then I am RIP Mika. You can find me on any social with that. I GM a lot of TTRPGs. I play in a lot more of them, and I love talking about all of that stuff. Including, great segue into this, we have Hunters Gathering later this week on Friday at 6 p.m., which I will be a guest upon, and I will be talking about all of the prep I went into setting up this Kids on Bike campaign, and then what I wish I'd done better, or what I wish I would tell people if they were setting up a similar campaign. Just having fun talking about this, and yeah, good conversation. So make sure to check out Hunter Gathering on Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific, where we'll talk about this show. And once again, thank you for being here and watching and supporting the channel. We truly appreciate it from the bottom of our heart. So thank you and have a fantastic night.
And thank you again, Mika. It was really, really awesome. Thank you. Thank
Oh,
you.
Thank you.
yes.
Thank you so much.
And JB.